athletics, and District 10 championships on Stream TV.
Stream Sports welcomes you to Week 7 of high school football. On the road, down to Hickory to take on the Hornets. It's their homecoming. Hornets are 5-1, Rockets are 1-5. Our coverage of Rocket football this season is made possible by these sponsors. By Oil Creek Plastics. By Titusville Area Hospital. By Interstate Pipe and Supply. By State Farm Insurance. By Poppies. By Armstrong. By J. Gill Plumbing and Heating. By the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville. By Fat Chad's Brewery. By New Directions Community Credit Union. By the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home. By Marsh Home Center. By Ben Leach for Magisterial District Judge. By Edward Jones. By Larry's Auto Service. By Corky's Pizza. And by the Titusville Beverage. Well, back-to-back homecomings, and we welcome you inside the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home Marsh Home Center pregame show. It's already Week 7 of high school football.
Well, another great night for high school football. Weather's been very good for the last several years, quite honestly, Steve, and tonight's no exception to that. We'll have that for you a little bit later, but a tough out for tonight for the Titusville Rockets. They've got a 5-1 Hornet team that's got some size, some speed, and they're going to really challenge the defense of Titusville.
Yeah, I mean, Titusville, we saw last week with the quarterback of Northeast getting loose and having trouble trying to bring him down. Tonight it's going to be a test because they'll have 3 or 4 kids that'll be just about that fast, that quick. And if they get loose, we'll have a hard time catching them. So Titusville's going to have their hands full defensively.
Well, and they have the big line up front, so it's going to be a battle all the way around. But
and they have some injuries, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for them.
Yeah, they do have some injuries, but they have a big bench. The films that I watched, as Stephen alluded to, they have great speed, great size, and it's going to be a handful for Titusville, but it's high school football. Anything can happen.
All right, our pregame show will continue. We'll be checking in with Pat Nosko in a little bit. Steve had a chance to sit down with Coach. That's coming up. It's all part of the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home Marsh Home Center pregame show.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Our new home.
Somebody pinched me.
Somebody say pinch?
Pinch,
Ooh,
pinch.
pinch time.
We mean we just bought this.
Yeah, we just bought a new house. Why are there crabs?
Oh, you don't call for pinches. Call for protection.
Hit it.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your State Farm agent is ready to help you choose the right coverage for your new house and your car.
All right, which way to the sea?
We're in Ohio.
So is that close or?
No.
You got a pool?
No.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is your hometown source for quality equipment and exceptional service. Now an authorized steel dealer, Poppy's is everything from saws and mowers to diggers and more. Planning an event? We've got tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, firewood, or propane. Whether you're building, landscaping, or just tackling a weekend project, Poppy has you covered. Stop by Poppy's on the Tionesta Road in Pleasantville, or call today and let's get your next project or party started.
For over 30 years, J. Gill Plumbing and Heating has taken pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. Our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. And with the J. Gill Service membership, you can take advantage of additional benefits like filter replacements and priority service scheduling. Plus, members get 10% off future projects. Call today to get a free estimate or ask about financing options. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online at jgillplumbingheating.com.
Welcome back to our Rocket pregame show. I'm Steve Otter, and with me is Coach Reynolds with the Titusville Rockets. And these two gentlemen we'll get to here real quick. But, Coach, let's go back before we talk about tonight's ball game last week with Northeast. I guess the big word of contention is containment. We had a little trouble containing the quarterback.
Yeah, so when we look at that game, we really focus with these guys on, where did we hit our stride and what things do we need to improve on, with that game. So coming out of the gates, that first drive, we went with 8 minutes driving down the field. There were some new concepts you saw that we brought. They may not be able to see it, but they did a really good job with that. So we felt we moved forward in that direction. Coming out of halftime, scoring in those 2 plays, that was really positive. In terms of the play you were discussing right now, it's old school option football. I mean, it may look a little different in the shotgun of the pistol, but really when you get that dive play, got to make sure the ends are still playing that quarterback, the interior guys are playing the running back and go. And we had a problem with that in Girard, and it just kind of cropped up again. And for us, that's a thing we have to work on. So obviously that's a point we drill through this week. And you will see that throughout the season. I will guarantee you, you'll see it this week. You'll see it in Slippery Rock. You'll see it in Fairview. I don't know if Sharon will do it or not, but I'm sure, option football is a thing, and we got to be sound and disciplined on that.
Yeah, back in the day when we ran option football, it was a triple option threat. You read the tackle, you read the end, and then the next guy you came to, whoever that may be. So very important defensively that you know your assignments and maintain your assignments. Young men, if you would, please give us your names and what positions you play on offense and defense.
I'm Jaron Vroman. I'm middle linebacker and guard.
I'm Adam Reynolds. I'm a receiver and linebacker.
Now, there's a little resemblance here. Gentlemen, what was your take on the game on Northeast? How do you think things could have played out maybe a little bit different?
I think we played really, really well. It was one of our better games overall. Just came a couple plays short. That was it.
I'd say I feel like towards the end we just kind of started we didn't really play 4 quarters. Like the second and third quarter, first I felt like good, but then fourth quarter I feel like we were just kind of just not really there mentally.
Yeah, and once those wheels start to come off the wagon, things can go downhill real quick. Well, Coach, tonight, by all accounts, you're going to be an underdog and not just a little underdog.
Sure,
you're going to be a big underdog tonight. Let's face it, Hickory is one of the best, not just in our league, but in the district. And the way they're made, they could make a good run deep into the state playoffs. What do Titusville have to do tonight to try to pull off the upset?
So the biggest thing we talk to the kids, if you're going to eat an elephant, what are you going to do? You're going to do it one bite at a time. So mentally, you can't walk into a game like this and say, I have to do 10 million things. We still continue to work on our vision. So we talk about working on those defensive ends, finding that quarterback. We're going to improve on that. Offensively, we continue to improve at what we do. Defensively, it's the same thing. So all those fundamentals that we preach year in and year out, it's the same thing. The difference is that you have some dudes out there on this team that are pretty high quality athletes, and the guys that aren't, they're still very good high school football players. So, in a game like this, we've got a gang tackle. We need to make sure we have 2 guys vicing, on the running backs. We need to make them earn their yardage. Offense, we need to make sure we just get that 3 yards in a cloud of dust and maintain possession and just continue down the field and deal with the big stage. What a great opportunity. You talk about, what the playoffs look like. I mean, this is a playoff team that we get the privilege to play in a great environment, and we're looking forward to that opportunity. But, when you look at guys like these sophomores, and we have a lot of young guys playing, these are foundational experiences for them. How do you manage this type of environment? These are the kind of things that they take with them moving on from here.
And both of you are underclassmen. I know you're a sophomore, and you're both sophomores. So you're both sophomores. So, like Coach said, this is a big stage, and this is a big opportunity. For you, and it's hard to answer this question, but I'm going to put it to you anyway. For you personally, what are you looking to get out of tonight's game?
Just getting better. I felt like my best game was probably Cash, and it was also my favorite. Even though I didn't do the best that I could have done, but I feel like that game was a really growing point. I feel like for the whole team, because it was a rough game. It was just rough, a little dirty on both sides, kind of, but mainly, yeah. And I just felt like we really really came together as a team during that cash game and just kind of gelled.
Okay.
I kind of want to just, do my 111th and cut the little mistakes and start getting more fine-tuned.
And tonight, you're going to have your opportunity. You're going to have a lot of it because one thing we know about these teams coming out of Mercer County is they don't quit. They're going to slap you silly if they can, and hopefully we're set and ready to go for that tonight. Well, we are at Hickory, and this is one of the perennial powers in District 10 football, and could really play Quad A competitively as well. This is a good football school. Come on back. We'll see how Titusville at Hickory plays out right after this.
Celebrating 30 years at Corky's Pizza in Pleasantville. Corky's Pizza, celebrating 30 years of flavor, family, and fun.
New Directions Community Credit Union is now open in Titusville. They may be new to our community, but they've been serving our region since 1974, providing their members with affordable products and services. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, volunteers, attends school, regularly conducts business, or who owns a business in Venango, Forest, Warren, or Crawford counties. Visit their new location at 206 South Martin Street in Titusville to learn more about becoming a member. Best of luck to all the students and athletes this fall from New Directions Community Credit Union.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
I'm Ben Leach, 2008 Titusville Rocket graduate and Republican nominee for Magisterial District Judge, reminding you to get out and vote Tuesday, November 4th. As a strong leader on and off the field, I've carried the discipline I learned in my youth into the workplace and throughout my career in the justice system. It is my mission to uphold the integrity of the office and to be fair, impartial, and firm in my decision-making on the bench as your next Magisterial District Judge.
Go Rockets! Go Daddy!
I'm Ben Leach, and I approve this message.
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been serving the needs of Titusville and surrounding communities since 1965. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that have been passed down from one generation to now a new generation, who will work to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. When you need them, they will be there for you. This has been their foundation for almost 60 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street in Titusville.
And welcome back inside the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home Marsh Home Center pregame show. Well, Jim, another beautiful night tonight, as you said at the start of the broadcast.
Well, it's interesting you'd have the moon in the picture there because I was just sitting here looking at it. It's clear. Temperature's 69. Going down to about 60 before the game's over, probably. Precipitation 1%. So I don't think we have to worry about that, Pat. But the wind's about 2 miles an hour, so it's going to be just a nice, calm, beautiful night for football, Pat.
Kind of watching them down here, the flags aren't moving at all. You don't notice a breeze whatsoever. It's going to be a gorgeous night down here for the football game. Kind of taking a look around, the drive down here, there were lots of leaves changing, but kind of right in here as I was looking around, all the leaves are still pretty green right here. A few trees seem to be missing them, but should be a great night down here for football. Have all the homecoming festivities for Hickory kind of lined up. Saw the floats or the queens coming in, riding in the cars and stuff as I pulled in, and kind of a lot to do, lot going on down here tonight.
Well, we have all the fancy graphics for weather and all that, but what we really how we judge the night is what you're wearing apparently this year. So, Pat, what do you got for us?
Well, I do have shorts on. I do believe, talking with Joe, I think I will have to wear them every game regardless. I think even if I have to, like, put something on over them, I'll have to at least appear in shorts in the next 3 weeks.
Wow. All right.
We'll tell everybody you have them on whether you do or not. We just won't cut that low in the camera.
Well, it seems like somebody will sell me out around here, I'm pretty sure.
Wireless Mic tonight presented by Warner's Bakery and by Coal Oil Johnny's.
Now, I just want to have a disclaimer before we get too far along here. The producer made a terrible mistake tonight. He set Corky's Pieces brownies next to me. So if I start mumbling, it's because I got a mouthful of brownies, and they are fantastic. So I just make that disclaimer before we get going.
Well, you should have those finished by the end of the first half.
I don't think they're going to make the first quarter.
Okay, well then you should be good for the rest of the game, unless they move the cookies down there for you.
Oh, thanks, Pat. Yeah, it's going to be a great night, great football game. Hickory's got a very good football team. Titusville comes out here and fights them, and get some energy into this game. Steve, we'll have a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be the big key for Titusville, whether we start on offense or defense, is to be successful in that first series of the ball game. Try to set yourselves up for a successful night, and it won't be an easy task. These guys from Hickory, they know how to play this game. They've been playing it very well for a very long time. They are back-to-back District 10 champions, and so they're going to be set ready to go as well. And they're going to be coming off of last week a loss, which I'm sure doesn't make them any happier. So they're going to be focused as well. So Titusville's going to have to strap it on and be ready to play football.
I heard Nick Saban actually say today, talking about one of the college matchups this weekend, you just got to go play by play. Don't overcomplicate it. Just go play by play.
And you can make it complicated and overthink it. One of my complaints about football coaches at all levels, really, but specifically in high school, is they try to overcoach. Stay to what you do well, and if they stop that, then you can go to the next series. But sometimes we try to just do more than what we're capable of doing, and we mess up our whole game plan. So that's just one of the things I've always watched is don't overcoach.
Well, we actually on the way down, we were listening to a conversation about the game last night, where Sean McVay may have overthought or coached on a 4th and 1 towards the end, right? And not where you have like the Lions who they know what they're doing when they're in that situation.
Well, the Rams, in that 4th and 1, if you're Philadelphia, you know what's coming. You can't stop it, apparently. With the Rams, they don't do that tush-push thing all that well. They didn't even try it. They handed it off to the running back, and San Francisco stuffed them. And that ended the ball game where they could have just easily kicked the field goal and played on.
Well, maybe it'll come down to that kind of a situation tonight. The odds are against Titusville, coming in at 1-5, playing a 5-1 tough team here in Hickory. So it'd be nice if it came down to that. I would be probably not mumbling, maybe screaming, but not mumbling. So.
Pat, what are you looking forward to tonight?
Titusville's got a rough road ahead of them, but I would like to see some basic things. I'd like to see the penalties not happen tonight. Titusville's kind of had a reputation of pulling a few unsportsmanlike penalties. I would like them to go a game without any of those. That's something that I think could easily be done. I think it's a coaching point that needs to be done for this team to kind of control those. So that's number one. Number two is I would like to see a good showing. Like you said, this is a playoff team. This is a high quality team. Come out, make a stand against them. Every time you stop them for 0 yardage, that's a win in my book. So I'd like to see a few big plays for Titusville, and then just, stick with them the best they can, and, not let things get out of hand. But I think most importantly is, keep our emotions under check.
Yeah, I think that's a big one too, Pat, because that can do nothing but destroy your situation. But yeah, I go along with you, Pat. I think, and of course, I'm always one of those trench guys. I put everything down in the middle. Hickory comes in big. They have a couple boys at 285, one at 320, or 310 or so. So we got some meat up front to battle against. But it's going to be an interesting night. It'll be fun to watch.
All right, our pregame show will continue. We are at Hickory High School. for the Rockets and the Hornets. This is the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home Marsh Home Center pregame show.
Fat Chad's is Titusville's premier dining destination. Come hungry and enjoy these menu favorites: T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Dive into fresh pasta entrees like shrimp and scallop pasta, or our signature Asiago chicken. And don't miss our famous burgers and fish sandwiches, all served with fresh cut fries. Fridays mean prime rib specials. Enjoy wild game Saturdays. And on Sundays, it's our all-you-can-eat wing buffet. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
Whether you want to go and lead in your craft in the trades, whether you want to go and be that nurse or medical worker and have a real impact on lives, or whether you want to go and help that business improve its bottom line, this is the place, and now is your time to go with confidence, to go with skill, to go succeed. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville.
I'm Ronnie Long.
And I'm Lisa Mellon.
The name Armstrong reflects more than just a company. It's a promise.
While others focus on the short term, we're building for a future that's limitless.
From the dawn of cable television to the rise of the digital age, we've delivered cutting-edge technology like our advanced fiber network that redefines what's possible.
Guided by our core values, we have proudly served and strengthened communities like yours for generations.
Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding is located at 305 East Spring Street in Titusville. Marsh Home Center welcomes you in to explore their growing inventory of name brand furniture, appliances, and bedding. Need something not currently in stock? No problem. Order from Marsh's online catalog and have it delivered right to your door. Visit Marsh's to see their entire showroom, ask questions, see what items are on sale, or just stop in and say hi. Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding, behind Giant Eagle in Titusville.
That's the national anthem here at Hickory High School as the Rockets on the road for Week 7 to take on the Hornets. Now we'll get everybody's final thoughts, and then we'll take our last break and come back and get things started here. Jim, we'll start with you. Or Steve, we'll start with you.
It's just
I was eating a cookie.
Yeah, it's just a simple matter of being ready to go for Titusville. If they're not ready to go, this game will be over very, very quickly. These guys can burr you in a hurry. So we'll see what happens from the opening kickoff. We'll know real quick.
Pat?
Like I said, one play at a time. Each play can be a win for Titusville, and stand up, hold their own in the trenches, and see what comes, and play that penalty-free game. I think that'll be a big accomplishment for them.
All right, we'll take our final break and come. Unless you want to add something, no, he's good. He's listening to the band and eating brownies. I want to thank Lori and the crew at Corky's Pizza for providing us with some food on the road. It's a little piece of home that we get to take with us, and we greatly appreciate it. Thanks, Lori and company at Corky's Pizza. It's still time to get something ordered and watch the game if you didn't get a chance to make it down to watch the Rockets here tonight. All right, our coverage continues. We are wrapping up the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home Marsh Home Center pregame show. Kickoff is coming up.
Titusville, Pennsylvania, a place built on innovation, manufacturing, and hard work. For decades, plastics have been a part of that story, shaping industries across America. At Oil Creek Plastics, we carry that legacy forward as a family business committed to integrity, craftsmanship, and community. From farms to cities, our American-made products power progress, support jobs, and keep our hometown strong. Oil Creek Plastics. We don't just make plastic, we make a difference.
Going deep. Got him. Got him. Touchdown. Got a man going to the end zone. He's there. Touchdown.
Just about set to go. It's the Titusville Rockets taking on the Hickory Hornets. 5-1 Hickory, 1-5 Rockets. Week 7 here, high school football. Clear tonight. Just about around 69 degrees, but temperatures will fall into the low 60s throughout the night. And looking forward to being here for this matchup, again, between the Rockets and the Hornets. Coming up.
Stream Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on Stream TV.
Both teams coming out on the field. You can see Hickory had to run 100 yards to get through that line, Steve. They ought to be tired out.
Yeah, that's a long run for the opening game there.
We would mention, too, that this is a pink out, I guess they might call it. It's Awareness Month, breast cancer, and so you'll see the young ladies down here in the cheer group for the band wearing the pink. Titusville on the far side, we're waiting for them to come out for the toss of the coin. Pat will have that for us as they bring the captains out. I think this would be an important time to decide a game to decide which way you want to go, defense or offense. This is a strong team, both sides of the ball. Do you want to put points on the board first if you can, or are you going to give it up to them and see what we can do if we have the choice?
Yeah, I don't know that it's going to make a whole lot of difference to Titusville one way or the other. I think if it were me, I think I'd want to go ahead and defer this time and get the ball to start the second half.
Well, we'll find out if that's what Coach Reynolds wants to do, is he will be sending his captains out with the officials. And like I said, Pat will have that for you. You're getting ready for playoff time, and we're looking at the Hickory lineup. They have several young men that are out. A couple of them very serious. One was about, I think, a broken leg, something of that type. But that could hurt them coming into the playoffs, because down this way, Sharon, you got some really tough teams you have to come up against as you work your way through that series in District 10. So the injuries for them could be an important factor.
Yeah, the other part of, sorry, Steve, the other part of that, Jim, not only are you at the end of the year and talking about playoffs, but you're also, you have winter sports around the corner, and a lot of these athletes are playing basketball or wrestling or doing other things.
Yep.
Well, their one wide receiver who has had a good season so far, Jadon Phillips. He's one of the ones that's out for the season, and that's due to an injury. We hate to see that. I don't care what school you play for. You just hate to see a good athlete go down to an injury. Any kid go down to an injury. And so that's too bad for them. And they do. You can see a couple of kids, one in a knee brace, one running a scooter, that are captains. So you know they're talented young men and not dressed tonight. So injuries are part of everything, but here in football, it's a big deal.
Trevor Borowitz is the one you were mentioning there, Steve. He's a senior to boot, and so 6'2", 206. In the films that I watched, was not a whole lot. There were short segments of films for this game, but the young man's quick, good hands. What's his future going to be? I don't know whether anybody's looking at him or not, but he's got good size to move into the next level.
What'd you find out, Pat?
Looks like
he needs to speak a little clearer. Try that again, Pat.
Hickory won the toss, and they will be receiving the ball.
Okay, we'll find out if Titusville's defense can
Guess I have to face you guys when I'm talking.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Kind of rude to talk to somebody with your back turned.
Well, walking off the field before I walk into somebody, too.
That sounds like some of the ads we had on TV.
Excuses.
Hey, I've gotten flagged before on the sideline, so I do want to be careful.
Yeah, well, welcome to the group.
You guys haven't gotten flagged up in the press box.
That's something I don't think even Howard Cosell can claim.
No, not at all.
Set to go. Titusville will be kicking off, and Hickory to receive, and we'll see about their speed right off the get-go here, because they have some pretty good fast kids out there, kids that can turn it upfield and get it going.
I'm trying to think. I think it's been probably 4 years since we've been down here last, and they've done some work to the field. That's a new logo on the field.
Well, you've been down here, Steve, for track, haven't you? And
no, we're not in the same region for track.
I thought they had an invitational or something.
They do. They used to run districts down here. District meet used to always be down here. That was moved, but it's a nice facility. You got to give them credit. They have a very, very nice facility. I'm sure the field is in good shape. The track was always in good shape to run on. So.
And by the way, I want to thank Terry, the AD. Super nice, new AD here at Hickory, and just extremely friendly and very welcoming. So thank you very much, Terry.
Standing back deep to receive for Hickory will be Garlock and I believe Dungy, as Titusville will tee it up. And we'll get this game underway. Kicks going to go down to the left side and taken by Garlick, I believe it is. Comes across the 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, and he's got a breakaway. Down the right sideline, 20, 10, 5, and that's what we were afraid of. Speed got to us, no flags, and about an 80-yard return.
Well, I don't know what happened on that far side. I mean, they pinned him to the sideline. I'm not too sure how we just didn't get a hand on him just to knock him out of bounds, but he's going to scamper about 65, 70 yards. So 12 seconds into the ball game, Titusville finds themselves down 6-0 with the extra point coming here shortly. We'll take a look at this again. It's a good kick. It's got good height. He's going to catch it at about the 12-yard line. And we have people there. Maybe a block in the back there, but I wouldn't have called it. And then they just seal us off.
They put up a wall.
They put up a wall, and we just couldn't get through it.
He picked the right gap to run through. That was for sure, with everybody turning their backs for the block.
Got a flag down now on the extra point attempt. It's an offside.
For the kick, offside, on the defense.
Titusville.
Up the distance to the goal, retry.
Luke Becker will be doing the extra point kick for Hickory as they move it in half the distance, about 1.5 yards out now. Well, that didn't take long for Hickory to put some points on the board. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So after no offensive plays.
12 seconds into it. This is what we talked about. We've said it all game, and I hate to, excuse the expression, Pop, I hate to beat a dead horse, but speed will kill you, and if you're not in your lanes and don't maintain your integrity lanes, this is what's going to happen to you. So Titusville now has to try to answer.
They had a couple good blocks in that return, and as you said, Steve, they set up a strong wall. Did you see it, Pat?
You could just see it building. I mean, they came out, they turned, put their backs right to the runner and just walled everybody off, and he picked the right hole to go through and just kind of, he did a nice run, but he had a great blocking system out there for him. Everybody was on point for their blocks, turned their hips right, and put their backs right to him, and, gave him a nice running lane.
So Titusville now will receive, and nobody touched him either, did he, Pat?
No. Didn't look like anybody could get a hand on him.
Titusville will put Ross in the middle, and we have two on the outside as Hickory gets the kick off. Husband will be doing the kicking. 7-0 Hickory, Titusville's first possession. Kick is going to be taken by the up man Reynolds. Reynolds is out across the 25 to 30 and be dropped right there at the 30-yard line. So Titusville will put it in play 1st and 10 at their own 30. Adam Reynolds on the carry.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. We were told yesterday during the interview that Brody Sellon will not be playing quarterback tonight. He is out, won't be in this ball game. He talked about starting Adam Reynolds now at quarterback. Let's see if that's what he's going to do or whether he's going to drop down and pick the freshman.
Yeah, I was watching him warm up because we had talked about that coming down, and he had Hunter Martin working out at the quarterback spot. So
and that's who's going to start. Number 14, Hunter Martin, a freshman quarterback, will be starting for Titusville.
And Titusville has to take a timeout.
Well, this is the exact opposite way of wanting to start this game out if you're Titusville. You give up a touchdown return for a touchdown, and now after the ensuing kickoff, you have to take a timeout.
Yeah, they didn't get into the proper lineup position on that play, Pat, and they had to. I saw them looking at each other and saying, "What's going on here?"
And that's hard when you start putting new people in. You know, we got to get the right team in and make sure that you have the right people in and ready. That's a tough break when you're coming out after having that type of kickoff return on you.
Well, one of the things you get into when you get a kid into his first start, particularly as a freshman, those formations and those calls can get jumbled in your head real quick, real easy. So there may have been a little bit of that too. That'll pass. He'll settle down. This young man has shown his ability to play the position of quarterback. He's just never had to do it under these conditions.
So Titusville will come back out. They'll put Culpepper wide to the right. They have a double wing on the left side. Now a man in motion. That's Reynolds. Goes back the other way. And the ball's given off to O'Neill. He tries to get up across, but he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down by a host of Hornets. The Hive got him.
Yeah, there was no opening there as he tries to get that. And again, one of the things, it seems that Titusville, particularly, it's been all season, I think, is that we just seem to be a little bit tentative on these first couple of series. You guys got to come out, cut it loose, and get yourselves going.
Nose guard for Hickory's a big boy. He's coming in at 6 foot 230. Check that 6'2", 310. So there's a lot to move right up front there. The front three. Reynolds in motion, coming back to the right side. Ball's given off to O'Neill once again, tries to come up, and he's not going to get any gain. Number 50 was in on the initial hit for Hickory, Will Hosick, excuse me, with the tackle. Brings up a third down and long.
Applegarth he's a strong safety, and they're bringing everybody up. They know Titusville wants to run the ball, so they're going to be playing probably 8-9 guys. They'll run bump and run coverage on our receivers because they think their speed will handle that okay. So they're not going to worry too much about that unless Titusville can prove they can throw the ball.
So Titusville comes out with a 3rd and long. Doubles to the left side. Ball's given off to Hunter, and he's going to pick up about enough for the bringing back to the original line of scrimmage, but not enough to get us any help as far as getting downfield.
And that's Blake Ross, and Blake had to sit a week this year. Minor injury to him. So Titusville giving up an opening kickoff return for a touchdown, going 3 and out on their first offensive series is definitely not how you wanted this game to start.
So Titusville will send Hartstorm back to punt. He'll be standing back about his 21, get it away from about the 23. And it looks like, I believe, Husband is back to receive for Hickory. Can't see the numbers right here. Bad snap. And we're not going to get it away. Yeah, he does get the punt away. Nice job by Hartstorm. It's going to roll dead at the 44 of Hickory. But he was fortunate to even get that kick away, Steve.
Well, that looked like a putt at Augusta. Snap, I don't know whether it slipped out of the long snapper's hand or whether he just muffed the thing, but it's just we've had trouble with that long snap all season long, and it's, did here and it's done it before. It's going to end up hurting us if we don't get that figured out.
So Titusville now will go on defense. First down and 10. It's the first we've seen the Hornet offense tonight. Dungy, a quarterback, rolling to right, wants to throw. Still rolling, and he's going to be brought down at the 30, and I don't know about what that might be grounding. I don't see a flag just yet.
They're talking
about it. To me, that would be an intentional grounding, Steve.
Well, you're going to see they fake the handoff, the sweep on this side. We stayed at home, good job, and he held up the receiver that he wanted to go to. And then he's got him wrapped up, and there's nobody there that I can see that you could call in the vicinity, but I don't know that they're going to call it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. Here comes the flag now. So now understand that Hickory's quarterback, Christian Dungy, he is a sophomore, so mistakes like that will happen to a sophomore, but that is an excellent job there by Campbell of Titusville. He does a nice job of chucking their receiver because that's a quick throw to the flats, but he holds up the receiver, releases him, and then makes the play in the quarterback.
So that, with the grounding, intentional grounding, moves the ball back to the 30. And even more from there because that's where he threw the ball. It's going to spot it at the Hickory 25, so it'll bring up a second down and a whole lot. That's a loss of down penalty also.
That was a nice defensive play by Titusville getting out there. The whole team seemed to be in position on that play. I mean, everybody looked to be covered, and, we had a good rush and back pursuit on the quarterback also.
Hickory's questioning, as I would too, the
stepping off the penalty. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like an awful lot, but don't want to be a homer or anything, but as a Titusville fan, I'll take it. Triples to the left side for the Hornets. Dungy puts a man in motion. Pitch goes back to the tailback. Out across the right side. He's across the 40, 45, and going to be knocked out of bounds at midfield. He's about 4 yards short of the first down. Pulled the guards, and away they went.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to do here. Now they're going to get to the outside. They got a man in motion. We do a decent job. Our outside guy holds his shoulder clean, but he gets turned. That's Campbell, allowing the running back to turn it upfield. Then it's just, you can see hands reaching because the speed takes over, and that's Morrison, the running back for Hickory.
Third down. Quarterback keeps up the middle, and he'll be short of the first down by about a yard short. It's Dungy. Titus will cover that well.
Yeah, Tanner Clifford in there. We have not seen him a whole lot on defense, I don't think, this year, but with some injuries possibly or some things happening, he's gonna have to play everybody here.
4th and 1. Peterson and Garlick come wide to the left. Now they send their tight end, Dante Evans, to the right side. And they're going to put him now in the wing left. On the snap, quarterback looking to run, and he'll get the first down. He's out across the 40, and the flag's in. Be a first down territory, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Looked like a holding call.
It's about where it should happen. So Hickory moving the ball, but they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot, as we say.
See if we can see the holding penalty. Kind of bunched up there. Might be not. Yeah, there's the hold there. Number 9. It's got a hold of the shoulder pads. Adam Myers. Just a little bit outside that body where they're going to make that call.
So they'll bring up a 4th down and 11. See what the coaching staff from Hickory wants to do here. They're going to send the punter in. And Titusville will have an opportunity to get the ball back. Gardlock will be doing the kicking for Hickory. Well, we're assuming he will. Titusville has just a single back in Hartshorn. A little bit of a low snap. Kicks off the side of the foot. It hits at the 20, rolls inside the 15, 10, and it'll roll dead at about the 8. Chapter 2, Steve.
Yeah, we won't even discuss this here. You got to be ready to, when you're the deep guy, you got to be ready here. I'm curious. Roll that back real quick. This snap is low. I was wondering if the punter's knee's down when he hits the ball. He's down right there.
I can't see. Was he down, Pat?
I did not see it.
I think his knee's down. It should be Titusville's ball inside Hickory's 30. I think they missed that one.
I did not see it.
It's pretty close. It'll be interesting, but you got to be ready. The deep man, you got to be ready to run up and make the catch. We just got to be able to catch the ball because you don't want it rolling that way.
First down and 10, Titusville. They have it at their own 9-yard line. Singles both sides for the Rockets. Snap, ball's given off to O'Neal, and he drives forward across the 10 to about the 12. Pick up about 3.
Not a bad job. That's, for Titusville in this ball game tonight, if you can get 3 yards of play, you're ecstatic.
Yeah.
Because you've got the ball, they can't stop you. You chew up a lot of time, keeps their offense off the field.
Titusville seems to be doing a pretty good job of blocking. I mean, just turning their hips. They're not driving these big guys out of there, but they are kind of getting into them, turning their hips. There's not a big hole, though, when you start turning your hips and, giving a small running room for people to go through.
Looks like a quarterback keep or a broken play. I'm not sure which. That was Reynolds at quarterback on the carry. No gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, I did. They're tied. Their numbers are hard to read for me. I think it was Tarosky, but I'm not. No, I don't think so. I can't quite make out the number. This side.
Titusville has singles both ways. Quarterback keeps come up the right side. It is picking up about 2 or so. Once again, Adam Reynolds on the carry, sophomore. 175, I think he's listed at.
Yeah, and this is, for Titusville, you're hoping for 3 yards on one of these. Sooner or later here, Titusville's going to have to try to put the ball in the air a little bit because Hickory is continuing to crowd that line of scrimmage and make us beat them with a passing attack instead of on the ground.
Now Hartshorn will have to kick at 4th and about 7 or 8. Single back for Hickory. Hartshorn runs to his right, gets the kick off, and it's taken. He's down there too.
He's down there when he caught that ball.
Yeah, they called it. And they got a penalty flag to boot. He's coming back the other way. Official's getting out of the way. Turns up the field, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. That would be Garlock on the carry, but number 1 he was down, and number 2.
Well, I don't think that's the bag where they throw to mark the reception. I think, but we'll take a good look here at this. Snap's good, and we're going to roll out Australian style kick. Now this young man does a nice job of getting to the ball and catching it, but you're down right there in high school football. But they don't blow it dead here. Now, our first man down does a nice job, and we're in. There's a block in the back. We do a nice job. Got to bring him down, though. Get your hands on him there. Josh Norton does a nice job of getting his hands.
Okay, now if they call him down, the penalty would be nullified. The ball would be spotted where he was down. I don't understand the...
They didn't call him down.
They didn't call him down.
Well, we need to get another official down there.
Well,
we've got 2 up here.
Excuse me, I'm going down. Is he down? Yeah.
He sure looks like he's down, at least from the angle that I was at. But
well, he was down. Well, anyway, the penalty goes against Hickory, and it'll bring the ball back to the 44-yard line, where Hickory will put a play 1st down and 10. They'll have 2 to the left.
New York just buzzed and said, yeah, he was down.
Single to the right. Ball's given off to the tailback, coming across, and he's going to be stopped. Again, Burowitz is the... We were told he wasn't playing. Somebody's wearing... Okay, I have to see this again, Steve, to see the number. As you mentioned, it's hard to see the numbers.
Yeah, it's a good play here. This is Middleton's going to muck up the middle here for Titusville. does a nice job of fighting the blocks. Yeah, that is Morrison.
Yeah,
is the running back for Hickory. Nice job, Titusville's middle front guys doing a job there.
Garler goes wide to the right for Hickory. They put two to the left side. Single back. Ball's given off. Now the quarterback keeps right up the middle. And he's out across the 30, 25, and brought down at about the 18. That's that RPO type of thing, Steve, that just a faking right up the middle.
Well, and they did a nice job of getting people out of the middle this time. Watch this open up. There'll be a nice V here as you see them turn. Our guys getting pushed off the line of scrimmage 5-6 yards. The linebacker overruns, allows him to get pushed out of the way. And when you get into the secondary against these guys, grab a hold of something and just hold on.
Get some help coming. First down and 10 at the 18 for Hickory. Doubles left, single right. Ball's given off to Morrison, and he's got the outside corner, 10, 5, and into the end zone, touchdown. Once they got the infield, you could see that he wasn't going to be touched.
No, and he got to the outside. Now, we're doing a decent job of trying to keep that outside shoulder clean on these outside carries. You'll see, I believe it's Campbell playing the outside there, number 54. This is a big tackle, and he's got the tight end there, too. He fights through it. Not bad play. You can just see we're now this just all-out speed, and we're just not able to get there.
13-0 Hickory with the extra point coming up. And there's movement. I know Titusville jumped, I believe, first. You know, I don't mind that, to be honest with you, Steve.
Now,
it shows you some energy.
Yeah, it shows me some energy. The only problem is that the guy you want to take the chance should be Hartshorn on the outside, trying to get the jump on the snap.
So we'll attempt it again. Placement, the kick is up, and the kick looks good.
And the kick is good.
Kalamdara with the extra point, and it's 14-0 Hickory, but it sounds kind of odd. It's one of those games that we're down 14-0, but the boys aren't playing all that bad.
Well, it's one of those games where you're going to have to take that, those little wins as they come during the game.
Yeah.
You know, the stop on 1st and 10, on the last series by Bryce Watkins, who was player of the game, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago for his play there. So you like to see that happening. It's continuing here, and this is a very good football team. It's those type of things that you're going to have to hold on to and hang your hats on here until you can get some things going, get some on offense. We got to get some movement going here. We might have to start seeing this ball go in the air, particularly in the early downs. We got to get a better push on 1st and 2nd down so that we're not 3rd and long in this ball game, or it's going to be a long night for Titusville's offense.
Hickory will tee it up to 40. Titusville will put Ross back at about the 5. And along with him, I'll get some numbers here when they turn. Hartshorn will be on the right side. I'm not sure who's on your side, Pat.
Got to get him to turn a little bit more. He's turned in.
Anyway, here comes the kick. It's going to be a squib kick. Going to be picked up. Nice job by Titusville at the 35, covered by number 20 for Titusville. That would be Josh Norwin.
35-yard line, and the Titusville will start.
Name we haven't mentioned this year.
No, he's another one of the youngsters, if I'm not mistaken. Josh Norton. No, he's a junior. He's a backup linebacker, tight end. We'll see more out of him, I'm sure, as this year goes on and into next year. But here, ideally for Titusville, you got to get something going here offensively.
Culpepper goes wide to the left. Adam Reynolds will go in the slot left. And Blake Ross will be in the wing. Martin wants to throw, rolling to his right, still rolling. Except the outside, that's a nice move outside. Oh, he gets smacked pretty good.
He doesn't, he's got to learn. Now remember, this is a freshman in his first start. Looks to throw, it's not there. Why, actually, I don't think the receiver turned his head. You're outside the tackle box. Throw that thing away right now. Just get rid of it. Don't take the hit. Just live to play another day. Instead of taking the loss, just throw the thing away.
That will come with experience. Yep. You know, get racked a couple of times and you'll learn to
get rid of that thing.
Get rid of it. That pursuit's coming.
Ball's now handed off to tailback. Nice cut by O'Neal. He comes across the 30 to about the 32. Good read by Jalen.
Well, I want to see the block on it. Who comes across there? We get a nice block, a nice kick out block here. You'll see it coming to the near side. Let's see who's coming here.
Jaden O'Neal, the ball carrier, tackled by Bryson Applecarn.
I'm going to miss his number. Here comes Campbell, but right there, number 55. I believe that's Roman. Does a nice job of kicking him out and opening up a hole for O'Neal.
Third down for Titusville, about 12. Wing lefts, singles in each side. Ball's getting to O'Neal, cuts back upfield, out across the 35, about the 37. Another pretty decent pickup off the left side. That'll bring up a fourth down punt situation, but
you know, there again, we're talking about the little victories that, you know, when you're in a game like this for Titusville, you had two really good plays there back to back. You know, let's face it, from what we've seen so far, even if O'Neal gets loose and into the secondary, he's not outrunning these guys.
Oh, no.
They're going to run them down. So, you know, these 3 yards, 5 yard carries are ideal, really, for Titusville.
So Titusville will have to kick away once again here in the first quarter. Low snap, penalty flags down. Hartshorn gets the kick away. He's knocked down, but no flag and should not be. The ball rolls down to about the 38 of Hickory. We'll see what the flag is.
Punt is down at the 39-yard
Where did you see the flag at?
It's over here.
There it is on your sideline.
Yeah,
okay.
39.
There is a flag on the play.
I was talking, Pat, that I wouldn't be able to say too much because I'm eating cookies. It's not affecting my eyes. Yet.
Well, you know, you guys are up pretty high there tonight.
Illegal formation on the offense. Penalties decline. First down, Hickory.
Penalty was against Titusville for illegal formation. And the penalties declined. Hickory will put it in play first down and 10 at their own 38.
You know, that's the second time Alex Hartshorn has done a nice job of handling a snap that's not a good snap and getting a kick away of any distance at all, really. So, nice job there, but we got to get that snap down.
That's plagued us all season so far. You wouldn't, you know, I don't know if those are game day jitters of getting that snap off or.
Double to the right for Hickory, single left. Quarterback wants to throw over the middle. The pass is incomplete. Good coverage out there by Titusville.
That was, he's looking at Pedersen here. He's going to be the wideout on the left side. He's just going to run a little post pattern, and the ball just way out in front or way. I know it's way high on the young man, but got to step into that throw a little bit.
Again, doubles right, single left for the Hornets. Dungy now looks across at the coaches to see if they want to change. They're going to run the chicken wing. You didn't see the signal?
No.
Ball's given off to Morrison. He cuts up the field across the 40, the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Bring up a third down in about 4.
One of the we had a linebacker coming clean. I believe it's Roman coming through here. You'll see him come up through here, right there, just a little bit behind him at the 40-yard line, and that's also Adam Reynolds fighting off a block there, doing a nice job too. But that's the tackle you want to make.
Again, doubles right, single left for the Hornets. Quarterback's in the keep, coming across the 45, midfield, cuts back. And now he's at the 40, inside the 40 to the 38. Quick feet.
We just have a terrible time with quarterbacks that run on us. Just not able to. Northeast did it to us last week. Tonight, this young man, Dungy, is doing it to us tonight. You want to stop a quarterback from running, you got to get there and get a shoulder into him.
Now first and 10 for Hickory. Singles both sides, doubles to the left. The ball's given up to Morrison to the right side. They got a good block again. Nice job. Oh, we missed him. Comes back, going to cut it back the other way, and Hartshorn's got it by the legs and finally brings it down but the 23.
We got a flag there at about the 30, but you know, one of the things on this one that I'm going to say is Titusville, where's the pursuit? Adam Reynolds is trying to make a stop out here in the right side and does a nice job of fighting off the block. He has hit the right tackle angle. Where's the help at? What's taking us so long to get there, fellas? Got to get there and help out.
They're so quick on the cutbacks, too. That penalties against Hickory. What was it for, Pat?
Block in the back.
Okay.
You know, when you start cutting back like that, it's hard not to get somebody in the back. And
absolutely, yeah. And he likes to do that. He's been doing that a couple of different times this evening already.
Well, and again, for Titusville, we're getting people there in a pretty decent manner. We just grab something, hold on to it. But we got to get pursuit there. We got to get there quicker. It's going to take 3 or 4 guys sometimes to bring these guys down. You can't stop simply because somebody's got a hand on them.
Doubles to the left for the Hornets, single right. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Tight end now goes in motion. The ball's given off straight ahead. And he drives ahead to about the 35. Stopped there by Titusville. Gain of about 3.
There's Campbell and Watkins getting up off the ground. They won't get credit for the tackle, but they have to do their job of gumming things up a little bit, and then we get good pursuit there to get the stop. That's what you want to see.
First quarter is going to come to an end. 14-0 Hickory on top of our Titusville Rockets. Second quarter coming right up.
Whether you want to go and lead in your craft in the trades, whether you want to go and be that nurse or medical worker and have a real impact on lives, or whether you want to go and help that business improve its bottom line, this is the place. And now is your time to go with confidence, to go with skill, to go succeed. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville.
For over 30 years, J. Gill Plumbing and Heating has taken pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. Our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. And with the J. Gill service membership, you can take advantage of additional benefits like filter replacements and priority service scheduling. Plus, members get 10% off future projects. Call today to get a free estimate or ask about financing options. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online at jgillplumbingheating.com.
Second quarter about ready to begin. Hickory has the ball. They're at the Titusville 35-yard line. Not a bad first quarter for Titusville, Steve. Just playing behind the chain so much.
Yeah, offensively we're playing behind the chain, but you consider they ran the opening kickoff back right off the bat. It took them 12 seconds to score their first touchdown. The rest of the first quarter they got one more. So Titusville's has a good showing so far.
Double to the left for Hickory. Single right. Ball is going to be tossed over the middle and is complete to the big tight end, Evans, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. I've been wondering how long it's going to be before they were to throw to him. Dante Evans, 6'3", 230.
Yeah, he's a big boy, big tight end, and you're going to see him release right up the seam, and we just kind of let him go. I'm not too sure whether they're trying to go man on this or not, but Adam Reynolds kind of passed him off. Safety didn't come up, and again, that's a backup safety as Sellon is not in there this week, so there could have been a little bit of miscommunication between the linebacking crew and the safety.
Our safety, we're going to wait for the extra point attempt here, 20-0. There's the snap, kick is up, and kick is no good, off to the left. So just into the second quarter, there is...
it's the first 10, 15 seconds of a quarter kills us.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all the quarter fault.
And that's a nice design play. Titusville obviously playing to stop the run. That's what you're focused on. They do a nice job. Quarterback, or the tight end there, does a nice job. Evans does a nice job of running that route right up the seam, keeps it wide enough so that the linebacker has trouble getting there and the safety can't get to him by the time the ball's delivered. So good offensive play there by the Hornets.
Hey, I'll tip my hat to my buddy Fred Bloom. The tight end got a touchdown. Fred would be happy.
wrong side of the wrong team, but
yeah, well, that's
so would some of the Pittsburgh tight ends.
Yeah.
He would not like that.
No, he would not. He's, I think he's, up there with the Brownies flag, cheering for the Browns. I tried to educate him a bit, Pat, but, you know, sometimes it's just difficult.
Some people just, you cannot educate them, despite your best tries.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't listen to me unless he had a toothpick in his mouth. Blake Ross standing in the middle of the field at the 5. We have the kickoff going down to the right side, taking it about the 12. Coming out to the left side, and that's Hartshorn. Turns it up to about the 20-yard line, 21-yard line when they mark it. First down and 10, Titusville.
Hickory's got a good, strong leg on their kicker. The balls are, they're not getting into the end zone, but they've got good height and good distance. It's a good kick there for Hickory. Titusville's got to do a little quicker job of catching that and just churning, just get it going. Don't wait so long. Don't look at things. Just go. You've got to look and run at the same time.
But that speed's coming down because this side of the field, he did cut it over to the center of the field, but the outside containment on this side was down the field quickly.
Martin back in a quarterback, gives it off to Jason. The flag is down, and they stopped the play. It must have been a motion procedure or something that they stopped the play. That's too bad. O'Neill has some room out that way.
Looked to me like our pulling guards might have been a little faster than the snap.
A little too quick, huh? Good hands, Adam. Saw a small football come up towards Adam. Former tight end, and he stays right on his camera. Dedicated man.
I've been impressed with how the cameramen have done this year and last, and when they're moving out of the way of those plays coming, they're moving pretty fast and getting that camera out.
Well, Joe's not here with us tonight, so we can make fun of Joe.
Well, we can make fun of him if he's here too.
That's exactly right. We do that to you, Pat. Ross in motion, ball given off to O'Neill. It's across the 30, 35, and he's out to about the 40, down inside to the 39, and he is wrapped up by several of the Hornets. It's a good run by O'Neill. Good job by the line.
You're going to see here, good job. We kick out again, and he does a nice job of falling. Now there's, I think that's Campbell. Maybe we'll roll that back real quick. Yeah, it is Campbell. Then 54 comes across, does a pancake block on a Hickory play that O'Neill reads well and turns upfield.
Titusville's first down of the game, but well played. Double to the right side now for the Rockets. Now Culpepper's coming to the left side, along with O'Neill in the slot. Blake Ross. There's O'Neill in motion. The ball's given off to O'Neill. He turns upfield, and he'll pick up maybe a yard or so. But down by the big tackle, big nose guard in there for Hickory, 6'2", 310.
Yeah, the big tackle brought him down. One of the backs came up, and O'Neill hit him and knocked him backwards. That's a really nice run. I mean, the pursuit killed him, but, that big guy coming on top of him. But the first player that hit him, he knocked backwards. So, good hard run by O'Neill there.
Double to the right side, single to the left. Ross is in the wing left. O'Neill's in motion to the right. Now comes back to the left. Gets the ball, turns upfield, and he'll pick up another 2 or 3 yards. Out to about the 44.
One of the things it looks like Titusville's trying to do is get Hickory's defense to start taking a step in the wrong direction. But so far, they really haven't bid on that too much. They've done a nice job of staying at home, which makes these blocking angles a little bit tougher for the guys up front.
Titusville now with a third down situation. Doubles right. Ross in the wing left. Martin is a quarterback, by the way. We switched around a couple of times. Quick out to Martin. Just overthrows Reynolds. Probably a good thing because they had that read pretty well, Steve.
Yeah, they did. That's one one of those is trying to get it the snap and throw it real quick, and their corner or end reads it quick. So if he throws that where it's supposed to go for Reynolds to get it, we're looking at this young man running the other direction.
That's a pick six. So it brings up a 4th down.
Well, we'll have to see if he goes down on one knee to catch this ball again.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that because that's twice tonight that's happened. I believe, can't see the number of the young man that's standing back at about the 27.
Number 10.
Okay, guard lock. So we see if we can get a good snap here. Titusville moves. No flag. Low snap. Now they did throw the flag. And we had a little jerk by the guard of Titusville. His head come up a little bit, and that'll cost the Rockets 5. Not that it'll affect much.
Called delay a game. Didn't call the
didn't call
movement.
the motion.
No, it didn't call the movement.
Oh, I'll be darned.
Yeah, I was.
Well, and Hickory seems to be going after.
Well, they see
consistent to try and block one of these.
Well, the snap's been causing it to happen. It's a little bit better snap. Hartshorn's kick goes to the right side. That's a nice punt. Taken out there by Gordlock. Across the 30, 35, 40 up the left side and knocked out of bounds. I was watching one of our wrestlers out there threw a good move. Middleton. Shedding the block.
Yeah, we do get a good punt here. The snap was pretty good. We get a good punt. This return man does a nice job of catching it. I thought maybe that was a push in the back, but didn't get called. We do a nice job of holding things on there in our lanes where we're supposed to be. That's what you have to do when you've got speed back there coming back at you with the football.
Hickory first down and 10 at their own 45, leading 20-0 here in the second quarter. 9:26 to go, first half. Now they're going to go with doubles in the backfield. Applegarth is in there, along with Dungy at quarterback. Now Applegarth goes in motion. They're going to throw out to Applegarth, and the pass is get it. It's still, well, sorry folks. It was a live ball.
Yeah, it was a live ball. It was thrown backwards. The head official called that right off the bat. As soon as it left the quarterback's hand, he pointed backwards. That's a live ball. And it is. He's at the 39. He's at the 38. So that is a backwards pass. Just not able to get there.
Boy, if it rolled just a few more seconds, we may have had that. That was what the get it was, folks. It was
they can see. Yeah. They were saying the same thing.
It's a good thing it's video. It's good as you wouldn't know what's going on if you had to listen to me. Singles both ways now for Hickory. They got doubles to the right. Dungy keeps, throws to the right side. The pass is complete. He gets a good block. Open field. It's up to Seth Wolfkill, and he gets him. Nice job, Mr. Wolfkill.
That's an excellent open field tackle by Wolfkill. This normally will probably juke him out of his shoes. You can see this coming. We react to it pretty quickly. You can see we come up. They just do a nice job of getting us out of the way. Ackerman reacts real quick, and then the others, they seal us well. And you know what Mr. Wolfkill's thinking. And does a nice job. He gets himself ready, makes the lunge, grabs and holds on. Good job.
I will say the officials tonight are doing a nice job stopping that play. They're not letting it go. They're not letting plays go on and on.
Pass to the left wing is complete, and it's going to cause a touchdown. That's Morrison out of the backfield and over to the wing, and he takes it in.
And this time we're not able to get a hand on him and hold on to him. And, this team, for Titusville is tough enough when you know they can run the ball well, but when they start throwing these quick out passes, that's just an extended run. And we're just a little slow getting out there. Now you can see we have people in position, but we're not used to this speed and this quickness. And when you haven't seen it and we can't duplicate it, it's very hard to defend.
Extra point attempt coming up. They missed the last one. Snap, kick is down and up and good. 26-0 Hickory. And 27-0, excuse me, Pat.
I will say Hickory's executing on that. You know, when you watch them throw that pass out there, their downfield blocking is on target, turning their hips, so giving some running room so nobody can reach out and get a hand on them. They're playing a great game.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Warner's Bakery and by Coal Oil Johnny's.
So Titusville now will go back to play. And I know it's going to sound stupid at 27-0. It's not the first time I've sounded stupid, but Titusville's not playing all that poorly.
I ran out of paper. I was keeping track.
Yeah.
I do know why Steve lives in Pleasantville, though. Because, I mean, look at the food places. He's got Corky's up there. He's got Coal Oil Johnny's.
I got my grill.
And I've got Steve. The Bodemer restaurant.
So does that mean you guys are grilling for us next week? Is that what I understood?
No.
Good call.
No.
Hey, I want to say hi to Lloyd Coates. He's not watching from Nebraska. He's watching from Texas tonight.
I was thinking about him this week. I was watching the games. I was wondering, Lloyd will be back next week. We know we have one visitor to visit. Pass kick's going to be taken to the 5-yard line by Ross. Cuts up the right side, breaks the tackle. He goes to the outside, across the 40, 45,
keeps his feet.
50, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the Hickory 40-yard line. That's a nice return by Blake Ross.
Well, here's what I'm sure the Hickory coaches are going to really scream on. Watch, and this is a good kick. Again, good kick, good height to the kick. It's got good distance, and they can run. So we're going to catch the ball at about the 5-yard line. And stop it right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. Okay, scroll that ahead real quick. And why are we missing him? That'll be reviewed tomorrow. Hickory will not be happy with that. And then where's everybody else?
He ran
right up through him, and they cut to the outside. Nice job.
But again, he had some great blocks. You saw those hips turn and people, you know, creating some of those lanes for him.
Titusville with 3 to the left now. Ball's given off to O'Neill to the right side. He's got one holding on, and the guy was able to bring him down. Caught him at the line of scrimmage, but O'Neill takes him forward for about 3.
But it's, you know, you talk about these big kids that they've got, and can they move? Well, yeah, they can move because, you know, when that play first broke open there, I thought he was going to be gone for 7, 8 yards. And all of a sudden, their big guy up front grabbed a hold of the shoulder pads, and that ended that real quick.
You see what number that was, Pat, for Hickory?
I was thinking that was number 71, but I'm not positive.
That could be. He's only 6'2", 245. He's one of the smaller ones up there. Wing right for Titusville. Doubles to the left. In motion is Ross. He's trying to get to the outside, but Hickory's there to cover quickly. Brought down by about 5 Hickory Hornets.
Well, and as this gets blown up by the penetration up front. Yeah. We'll see here. The linebacker comes up here. He stops that. And O'Neill can't get him out of the way in time. And he times it very well, too. I mean, he guesses the snap count. He's upfield, and he stops. He doesn't over-penetrate. That kind of blow that play up there.
3rd down and 11 for Titusville. They're going to send 2 to the right. Now they're looking for the play call. You better hustle. They got 10 seconds on the play clock. On the snap, Martin wants to throw, and that time he throws it away. No, he didn't actually. He had a receiver out that way, Culpepper, but a good blitz. Stopped the pass from for Titusville. Brings up 4th down, and we're going to punt. So not able to convert after the nice return by Blake Ross, and Titusville have to kick it away with 6:55 left in the first half.
Pat, you said something last week that we didn't get a chance to pick up on. You said you were talking to some friends who didn't go to Titusville but enjoyed going to Carter Field and playing at our facility. I was talking to a gentleman here tonight who said the same thing. He said he loves when they get to go to Titusville to play because it's such a unique stadium.
Oh. Another bad snap, and Hartstone got it away, but it only went to about the 37-yard line. Bounced off a Hickory player, but Titusville wasn't there to recover.
That's one of those where the ball just didn't bounce your way, and Hartshorn again. That's another snap that he's got to dig out of the dirt and try to get away, and it hit a Hickory player. Didn't see who, but unfortunately nobody in the white jersey was right there to jump on the ball.
I will say, you know, when you talk to people that have played in Titusville, they remember playing in Carter Field. That's a memorable field for people to play in, and seeing that stone wall around can be very intimidating to some of those young men coming in. And, you know, it's funny talking to adults now who remember, you know, 20, 30 years ago playing there, and, you know, asking if that stone wall still exists.
Hickory looking to throw, gets some pressure, the quarterback pulls it down, going to go to the outside, cuts back up the middle, nice tackle by Titusville. And that is, trying to see who, that was Adam Reynolds on the stop. Nice tackle.
And it's a nice job here. He does a nice job of getting his feet. We're looking, we've got things covered pretty well. Looks like more of a zone than a man. So he has to take off. Reynolds comes up, plants his feet, does a nice job of wrapping. And we give the first down up, but again, that's a tough tackle to make in the open field.
Doubles to the left, single right. Hickory now looks across the way for the play call as they line up once again. Same formation, double right, wing right. Morrison in the backfield. He gets the ball coming across the left side. Strung out there pretty good by Reynolds. Morrison turns upfield, and he gets a good block, spin move, and a stiff arm, and a touchdown.
Well, they do a nice job of this, and again, Titusville's, you know, we're doing what we can do. And you're going to watch here in the replay. Watch Adam Reynolds. We come out here. Oh, this is the run by the quarterback. I'm sorry, the previous play. And again, Adam Reynolds does a nice job of making this tackle. The next play over, he does a nice job of trying to hold his ground, but they do end up hooking him. Once these guys get outside, we're in big, big trouble. You've seen that so far tonight.
And they're strong. These running backs are about 170.
Well, they all are. And again, you can see where Reynolds is trying to keep the outside shoulder clean, and we just don't have the speed to get there. We've got the flow there, but we're just not there. And that time we dropped our head before we could make contact.
Just to give you an idea of the size, he's a 180-pounder. So he's not just a little guy running out there. 33-0. Hickory with 6 minutes to go here in the second half. You know, back to what you were talking about, Pat. You were talking about how these people that played at Carter Field 20, 30 years ago, I played there a lot earlier than that.
Well, yes, and I mean, there's people of all ages that remember playing there. Right now, I've seen a lot of people, you know, 20, 30 years ago reminiscing about playing there, and, you know.
We started our baseball career in Carter Field, and they had the baseball diamond in the north end.
Well, you know, in Carter Field is a nice facility. Don't get me wrong, but we were talking to you were mentioning a young man that was in Texas, or somebody that was in Texas watching.
Yeah, Lloyd.
Okay, you want to see some high school stadiums?
Oh,
go to Texas, folks. Go to Texas and look at some of those high school stadiums.
And you know, and here we're in a very nice field too. But
yes.
They're all the same. They're not unique. You know, it's a beautiful facility. It's set up. Everything about it is nice, but it does not have the unique characteristics.
I don't know for sure exactly why. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go for 2
I was
on that score
also
to get to 35, but they didn't do that. So
the kickoff is going to be down the left side, and it's going to be taken at about the 11-yard line. Coming up across, that's Hartstone. He's going to get out to the 26 and a big flag.
Ooh, that was a nice throw.
Wow.
That was a good throw. Matter of fact, I think he caught number 10 for Hickory. I think he caught Gardlock in the toe with that flag.
A Pirates should sign him.
Oh, he's obviously read Steve's book.
That's right, How to Throw the Flag. With distance and accuracy.
Now, Steve, there's been a couple catches here, and you haven't commented.
No, as long as you catch the ball, I'm a happy camper.
Wait, here comes the flag.
And right.
Wow.
Well, I don't know that he got him, but you can see number 10 was.
Penalty was against Titusville. That moves the ball back. Yeah, probably right to the 15.
It's close.
17-yard line.
Excuse me there. Yeah, well, now we got to try to get something cooking here offensively. We got to try to get a couple of first downs here. Even if you don't score here, let's get a couple of first downs.
Ackerman wide left, got a single wide right. Ball is kept by the quarterback straight up the middle, across the 20 to the 22-yard line. That would be Adam Reynolds. Titusville switching back and forth between Adam Reynolds and Hunter Martin.
I like that fight in there, Steve.
Nice job of the hole. Opens up well. And, yeah, we do a nice job of, I mean, we, like I say, we're doing a good job up front across the board. There are just times when we just can't do it. We just don't have the speed, or we just don't quite have the size, or we don't see that linebacker coming when they come up quick.
Titusville put singles on each side. It goes to O'Neill across the right side, and a bunch of red jerseys over there. Gain of about 2 on the play.
There were a lot of red jerseys there, and there's a lot of white jerseys there. That's kind of a scrum type of play there. Titusville doing a nice job of trying to hold on to their blocks, and Hickory flying to the football.
I will say in this drive so far, you know, you have 2 plays. I'd like to see Titusville put that third play, whether they get the first down here or not, but 2 to 3 yards each play. You know, I'd like to, you know, may end up a little shy, but I'd like to see that, you know, that positive gain 3 plays in a row. We've done it 2 a couple of times so far tonight, but not 3 in a row to my knowledge.
Adam Reynolds is going to keep it to the right side, and you're not going to see it that play. It gains no gain. Brings up a 4th down, and Titusville will have to kick it away once again.
Just unable to get that yard. Oh, we got a flag here for, I'm not too sure for what.
It was after the play.
It was well after the play.
The only Titusville person I saw around was...
he's talking to the officials. Let's see what he calls here. This will be interesting because I didn't really see anything.
I didn't either.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 14, Hickory.
Against Hickory.
Penalty. First down.
That's Tyler Wilcox.
No, Cavante Miller, isn't it?
13, isn't it?
14.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard 13.
I thought he said 14, Cavante Miller, but I'm not sure.
I believe they announced number 14.
Sure, you would agree with him. He's going to cook next week.
Well, that's who I thought they announced. I'm not agreeing with anybody.
He just moved up from a burger to a bratwurst.
Hey, Lori, I'll still have the pizza. It's okay.
Well, I didn't say I was giving up the pizza.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, who said anything about giving that up?
First down and 10, Titusville. 2 to the right for Titusville, wing left. Ross is in motion. He's going to get the ball, and very well played. Oh, he breaks the tackle. That was a nice run by Ross. I thought he was down. Didn't get much more after that, but...
didn't get anything after that, but he didn't want to go off his feet. And at time, he's off just a little bit. And again, you're working with a backup quarterback that probably hasn't seen a lot of reps. But that's a good job by Ross of trying to keep things on his feet. And we'll come back to that maybe at half and look at something a little bit much, I think. And
I was waiting for the flag on that one.
Waiting to see what they do.
Doubles to the right for Titusville. They're looking across the way for the play call. They get it. Wing right with Ross. O'Neill in the backfield, along with Martin. Reynolds goes in motion to the right. The ball's given off to O'Neill across the right side, drives ahead, across the 40 to about the 39 of Titusville. Check that 41 of Titusville. I'm going the wrong direction.
All right, that's a good job. Here, we're going to roll this back here a little bit. This is the play after. We're watching here behind the scenes, number 55, 54 for Titusville going after it. And so far, you know, it's okay. Now's when it needs to stop and doesn't quite stop here.
Little body throw,
a little bit of an elbow there. Yeah, that really should have probably drawn a flag here. It's one I don't think the coaching staff will be happy if they catch that on films.
Trips to their left side for Titusville. In motion goes O'Neill. Ball goes to O'Neal. He gets a good block out front, and we're going to get the first down at midfield. Good play by Titusville.
Yeah, and that was well blocked. And O'Neal has done, from week 1 to now, watch how he reads more. Sees where he needs to go, stays behind his blockers, and then accelerates at just the right time to make a nice run there for Titusville.
And got enough momentum going here that Hickory calls a timeout. I'm sure they do not want to see Titusville getting first downs against them.
I think they'd like to get the ball one more time to try to get this up to 35 and a fast clock in the second half.
Well, here's the thing. It's 3:02 to go in the first half. Titusville's down 34-0 here, but let's assume that we managed to keep this drive going, and we have the ball at midfield.
Just
in
one.
3 minutes. You guys want to quit arguing over the Brownies? Let's get a score here. I am. Get a score here towards the end of this half, and then we get the ball to start the second half. It's one of those score at the end of the first, beginning of the second. If you can pull that off, it's a feather in your cap. Now, I'm not saying that's going to help us or bring us right back into that because we're down 34 points, but you'd like to see that happen if you're rooting for the brown and gold.
Titusville comes out now with a 1st and 10. The ball's at midfield. Culpepper here wide left. I'm going to say Ackerman wide right. I'm not sure. Ball is kept by Reynolds. He goes across the right side. Picks up about 4, maybe 5 on the play, depending on the spot.
And again, that's a positive play for Titusville, and this is what you want your offense to do. We're going to see a look at O'Neal's run again. As he does a nice job of following Vroman, who does a nice job of leading the way on that play. Titusville, looking good here right now on offense.
Titusville have its second down and about 6. They put Ross in motion. Ross is going to get it coming to the left. Still coming, and nice job by the defensive back. Comes up and makes the hit. It's a good tackle in the back.
Yeah, guard lock doing a nice job. And again, you're going to see they're going to do a nice job. And this is the problem with trying to go wide with a team that's faster than you are. You're just not able to get it there. If we weren't able to get a body on him, he comes up quickly, does a nice job of stopping that outside run.
3rd down and about 8 for Titusville. Ball's out at the 47 of Hickory. Clock's down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Titusville singles on both sides. Get the play off. It goes to O'Neal. Tries to cut upfield, and he does make it about 3 yards again, Steve. Good read by O'Neal.
Yeah, he does, and this time he gets a little too anxious, and he runs up the back of Roman. Watch 55. He's going to be the lead guard, and he just he needed to turn it upfield, both Roman and O'Neal, just not able to turn it up quite quick enough. We might have picked up another 7 yards on that play. He just kind of trips over Roman.
Timeout, Hickory, as they would like to get this ball back. 1:17 left in the half, and Hickory would like one more opportunity to try to put something on the board. Remember, this is homecoming, so halftime might be a little bit lengthy, but it'll be nice nonetheless.
Yeah, if you're a daring coach, and I'm not suggesting this by any means, I'd be tempted to bring my freshman in to play quarterback, put Reynolds on the outside, throw that quick out, but have Reynolds take a quick step up, come back, throw that backward pass to Reynolds, and then try to hit somebody after that, run a double pass.
Of all the nights not to have the telestrator for him to actually illustrate that for us.
And I know you people at home can see me pointing at the screen when I do it here too, and it's
it's great for us.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out what he just said.
Well, see here, we're setting up for the double pass. We've got the freshman in at quarterback. Reynolds is on the far side.
Well, we'll see whether or not they call this. You called one this year, and I had to give you credit. O'Neill's going to take it up the right side. Oh, nice cut up the middle. Drives ahead. He's got the first down.
He's got the first down, yeah.
Yeah, that was just a nice run and a good blocking by Titusville's line.
Yeah, and again, we're watching here as we're doing a nice job. We're running to that direction. But O'Neill has done an exceptional job tonight of keeping his eyes open inside, not just where the play's designed going, but looking back and cutting back into the inside to pick up a good amount of yardage tonight for him.
You have to like that line play, Pat.
It's nice seeing them get those blocks. There are some big boys that they're not getting pushed out of the holes, but they're turning their hips, trying to get a small gap open for them to run through.
Doubles to the right. Doubles to the right. Hartstone in this slot as a double, a reverse, and it's not going to go anywhere. Well read, and Hickory stayed home. Makes a big difference on that counter.
Well, it just took a little bit too long for this to happen. That handoff has to be done a step quicker. If he's there a step quicker, we still have the second guy will give us a problem. But that play's got to go quick. One of the things you have to do with these quick counters is they have to happen snap, snap, bang, bang to become effective. And that one there was just a little too long in developing.
Clock is running down to 19 seconds. This should be the last play of the first half. Play clock down to 5. Have to hustle to get it off before a penalty, and Titusville will take a timeout so they don't get the penalty. They want to get that last play in before halftime.
Well, this is the one where you've got your freshman quarterback in there, and you're going to have to roll him to his left. But let him roll to his left and tell him to find the red paint of the end zone and the nearest white shirt and throw it to him. Now, if it's picked off, it gets picked off, but you're just going to have to throw that thing deep.
I've noticed we've covered a lot of sports this week, and I've noticed the officials, and maybe it's just paying attention to this, I don't know, but they've just done a really nice job talking to the players and explaining some of the calls. If there's time, they'll do that. I noticed that in soccer this week a couple times. It was, hey, watch, your elbow, or it came up here. But whenever there was a couple moments, there was also some teaching involved, which I thought was great.
And I've always thought the officials had a bit of a role, and especially in the younger groups, your midi football players, JV ball, and doing that. Unless it's a flagrant situation, it's a teaching situation.
But if it's a blatant thing, you've got to throw the flag.
Yeah, right.
Right. If it's, and if it could be, as we notice this, we see O'Neill talking with them still. So it may have just been a question of, hey, what's allowed here or what isn't allowed, that type of thing, and the officials explaining it.
Doubles to the right for Titusville. Martin wants to throws downfield, and is just a little bit low. Incomplete, and that will take the last 3 seconds of the first half. Into the first half of play here at Hickory. Hickory Hornets 34, Titusville Rockets nothing. We'll be back with halftime after these messages.
Our new home.
Somebody pinch me. Somebody say pinch? Pinch, pinch.
We mean we just bought this.
Yeah, we just bought a new house. Why are there crabs?
Oh, you don't call for pinches. Call for protection.
Hit it.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your State Farm agent is ready to help you choose the right coverage for your new house and your car.
All right, which way to the sea?
We're in Ohio.
So is that close, or?
No.
You got a pool?
No.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fat Chad's is Titusville's premier dining destination. Come hungry and enjoy these menu favorites: T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Dive into fresh pasta entrees like shrimp and scallop pasta, or our signature Asiago chicken. And don't miss our famous burgers and fish sandwiches, all served with fresh cut fries. Fridays mean prime rib specials. Enjoy wild game Saturdays. And on Sundays, it's our all-you-can-eat wing buffet. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
I'm Ben Leach, 2008 Titusville Rocket graduate and Republican nominee for Magisterial District Judge, reminding you to get out and vote Tuesday, November 4th. As a strong leader on and off the field, I've carried the discipline I learned in my youth into the workplace and throughout my career in the justice system. It is my mission to uphold the integrity of the office and to be fair, impartial, and firm in my decision-making on the bench as your next magisterial district judge.
Go Rockets! Go Daddy!
I'm Ben Leach, and I approve this message.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. When their networks get busy, calling and texting wins, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
And welcome to the Larry's Auto Service Edward Jones halftime show. We're going to take you down to the field. It sights sounds of the Titusville High School Marching Band performing their halftime show loud on the set.
Follows up with one from the Rocket Band. Sir Elton John penned this 80s classic, and it was reintroduced to a whole new generation of fans by Johnny the Gorilla in Sing. Here is one of the ultimate anthems of resilience in the face of adversity. We welcome the THS cheerleaders to join us on the field with a dance routine for I'm Still Standing.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the Titusville High School Marching Band performing here at halftime. Nice job, as always, their halftime show called Loud on the Set. Our halftime coverage continues right after this. This is the Larry's Auto Service, Edward Jones halftime show.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
Whether you want to go and lead in your craft in the trades, whether you want to go and be that nurse or medical worker and have a real impact on lives, or whether you want to go and help that business improve its bottom line, this is the place, and now is your time to go with confidence, to go with skill, to go succeed. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville.
New Directions Community Credit Union is now open in Titusville. They may be new to our community, but they've been serving our region since 1974, providing their members with affordable products and services. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, volunteers, attends school, regularly conducts business, or who owns a business in Venango, Forest, Warren, or Crawford counties. Visit their new location at 206 South Martin Street in Titusville to learn more about becoming a member. Best of luck to all the students and athletes this fall from New Directions Community Credit Union.
And welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service Edward Jones halftime show. Well, here at the half, the Rockets trail the Hickory Hornets 34-0. Well, thoughts on the game?
Well, so far, to be honest with you, this has gone a lot better for Titusville than I thought it would. And I know it's 34-0. But you think back here in the first half, we had how many snaps to Hartshorn deep in our own territory that were on the ground and stuff. He hadn't had the hands and the forethought to pick that thing up and get rid of it real quick. They'd have had another 3 touchdowns quite easily. So in that respect, that's the worst part about Titusville's game so far tonight has been that long snap. Other than that, I mean, let's face facts. You're looking at a team that's a little bit bigger than you are, probably as strong as you are, and they're faster than you are. And that's not a good combination when you're, looking at one team versus another team. Titusville has, we just started to see a little bit of a drive there at the end of the first half. I'm really, so far, I've got to be happy with what I've seen out of Titusville.
Well, I thought what you said at the beginning of the game, and I do not want to tell you you're right, but at the beginning of the game, you talked about one play at a time, and I don't remember exactly how you said. That was you, Luke?
That was Luke.
Really?
See, he's headed now.
Now he doesn't know what to do.
It's over.
Boy, now. It's really gone off the rails.
Hold on, Pat. Finish your thought.
No, not if it was you. No, but it's one play at a time, and you focus on that play. This was good, and we ended up playing behind the chains, but we had several good plays, and you make that the highlight of what's going on and build off of that. And I think this last second quarter, Titusville started to move the ball.
Yeah.
And credit to the line. They're getting out ahead, getting the blocks. And I'm wondering about conditioning.
I am too. We noticed here that Hickory, particularly on defense, their front guys are starting to stand up quick, and that's one of the signs of, particularly for down linemen who have to play in that crouch all game. But when you start seeing linemen stand straight up, they're starting to get tired. The legs in particular are getting tired. And I'm not saying they're huffing and puffing tired, but they're muscle tired. Yeah. They are muscle tired right now.
It's like my cheeks.
Yeah, just like your cheeks. Yeah. You've never been accused of being muscle tired.
Pat, I know, Pat, one of the things you mentioned, and Steve and I were talking about it just a little bit ago, the penalties in the first half. On Titusville's side, they've cleaned some things up.
They have, and that's nice to see. The coaches are, after plays and stuff, yelling at some kids to use their head, make good decisions, and I'm proud of them, because sometimes, Hickory's putting some hits on some kids and, going after the ball a little bit. So it's nice to see them keeping their heads under control and making good decisions like that. Even, when they have these nice plays, there are a couple of times they could have been called back, if they responded to what was going on the field. So that is really nice to see, I think, for Titusville.
One of the other thing that you have to look at in this ball game so far, this has been a slap each other silly game. They're not playing patty cake down there. These two teams are going at each other. You're hearing some pops, and both sides are getting licks in on offense and defense. So, it's good that we've seen it from Titusville. We've seen it from Hickory. We've only seen one unsportsmanlike penalty. Hopefully that plays out throughout the second half as well.
Steve, I think, suffered a number of concussions while playing, so I'll ask you first, Pat. When you play a team like this, or when you played a team that just, on physically and everything else just a little bit better, what sort of things did you take away from a game after playing them?
I feel like it's those little things, those first downs, they want to hold you to having no first downs. Every time you get that, every time you hold them from scoring, make them punt, that was a big to-do for Titusville. That was a highlight of their game, I think, to hold them in that first series and make them punt the ball. I think those little things are what are the keys, especially in the second half. Any positive play like that is a highlight for you as a team.
Steve?
Again, we talked about at the beginning of the game, one of the things we had to do for sure, or it was going to get ugly real quick, was keep our heads. You can't help a team like Hickory. Particularly, when, like we say, they've got you beat in just about every facet. They're as strong as you are. They're a little bigger than you are. They're definitely faster than you are. You can't help them, and we haven't done that tonight. And that's, even when we talked about how much worse this could be, Alex Hartshorn handling those bad snaps and getting a kick away, because they're deep in our territory, all three of them.
And he's taking a couple of heavy hits from that also. Yeah. And there should be no penalty. But
a couple of them, he still had the ball in his hands when they started to tackle him. So, that's a worrisome part right now. You got to get that figured out. You're in week 7.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be having that. So that's, I'm not too sure what the problem is there, but it's got to be addressed, because these guys are quick, and you have Slippery Rock, but then you got Sharon, and if you're dribbling snaps back with Sharon, they're going to come at you too. So we got to get that cleaned up. But again, I'm really happy with what we've seen so far in the first half.
And for those who don't know, it was announced at the beginning of the week, there has been a 10th game added to the schedule. Titusville will be playing Fairview for that Week 10 game. So,
yeah, Steve and I are talking about that coming up. It's we'll be there. It's at Fairview, I understand.
Yeah.
So, the Titusville's. I'm with you, Steve and Pat, Luke. That Titusville come out here tonight, and they're playing a strong game. They didn't come out here saying, "Oh, we're going to get beat up bad tonight, so let's just chuck it in." They come out here to win the ball game. And I'm impressed with their outing. Again, you say, "Oh, it's 34-0."
That's irrelevant at this point.
Yeah, it is.
It's 0-0 in the second half.
Yeah, that's right. It's exactly right, Pat. Come out at 0-0. See what we can get done. And they've done a good job. And good job by the coaches getting ready.
And that's, I'm sure they're talking to them in there. It's 34-0. Guys, we may get beat here 100-0 tonight. But maintain your discipline, maintain your focus, do what it is you're supposed to do. If we get blown out by 100 points, that's fine. I can take that. Just keep giving me the best football you've got in you tonight, and keep your heads. And if you can do that the second half, again, we've talked about moral victories. You hang your hat on that one good play. Yeah, like if we get beat 70-0 tonight, but we've play the second half like we did the first half, things have improved.
Yeah. And we can, and it'll be interesting to see. Now we received the second half.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes. They took the ball.
They took the ball first because at 12 seconds into the game, it was 7-0.
Yeah, boom. That's correct.
And that's, and we...
Hey, take that touchdown away.
Take that touchdown away. Yeah, but regardless, even with that touchdown, this team's head didn't drop.
Yeah.
And when they got down 14-0, that head didn't drop still. We were still coming back and doing what we could do, and you've seen some good hits
I was going
tonight.
to say, it almost feels like they ramped up.
Yeah, it almost is like that. So my hat's off to this Rocket team for this first half, and I'm just hoping and praying that they can finish this game the way they started it.
We're at halftime here at Hickory. They have their homecoming situation going on, their celebration, and
by the way, I just again want to thank the AD. Terry was so just inviting and nice and accommodating. And as soon as we pulled in, there was no screaming like "get out, go away," like our own AD does to us.
That's because we
I'm joking.
That's because we hadn't shown up yet.
That's right. That's right. I'm joking, Craig. Yeah. I'm joking. But no, I just want to thank them and their hospitality here. And Pat said on the way down, it's just kind of a beautiful ride.
Do we have a home game left?
Yeah,
we have two.
Yeah.
Last two games are home.
We'll be doing it from the parking lot now.
Yeah. Thanks, Luke.
You don't let us in the stadium. Thanks, Luke.
We've spent 3 weeks in the stands. It's been kind of fun.
It has been kind of fun. I actually kind of enjoy sitting there as long as we're with our people.
And it's nice.
And it's nice out. If it's snowing or rain, I'm going to broadcast from my car. So I will literally call it in.
Watch the replay on the phone.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, the rainy games are fun to do on the sideline.
They used to be fun, Pat. Everybody put this stupid carpet down and nobody gets muddy anymore.
I think my favorite, Pat, was it last season? Were we when was it? 2 years ago? We were at Maplewood, and it was so foggy. And Pat was just sort of out there in the mist.
Couldn't find them.
He couldn't, yeah.
And I'm usually pretty easy to spot.
Well, you had pants on. We couldn't see those legs.
That's what it was, yeah.
If that ever happens again,
you guys got to keep your eyes up. All I can say is you got to keep your eyes up.
Well, if you get that kind of a situation again, just put on some of that glowing paint on your legs.
Yeah, the neon.
Neon your legs. So. Okay, I think we've done.
Yeah, we're good.
I think we've heard our ratings as much as we can. Let's go to commercial or something.
We are going to wrap up the Larry's Auto Service. Well, thank Bob and Edward Jones, Mike Watson, and who's that Ken Bodemer guy? Big thanks to our halftime sponsors.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is your hometown source for quality equipment and exceptional service. Now an authorized steel dealer, Poppy's is everything from saws and mowers to diggers and more. Planning an event? We've got tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, firewood or propane. Whether you're building, landscaping, or just tackling a weekend project, Poppy has you covered. Stop by Poppy's on the Tionesta Road in Pleasantville or call today and let's get your next project or party started.
For over 30 years, J. Gill Plumbing and Heating has taken pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. Our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. And with the J. Gill Service membership, you can take advantage of additional benefits like filter replacements and priority service scheduling. Plus, members get 10% off future projects. Call today to get a free estimate or ask about financing options. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online at jgillplumbingheating.com.
And welcome back. We'll have second half action for you in just a moment. Our coverage of Rocket Sports this season made possible by Oil Creek Plastics. by Titusville Area Hospital, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by State Farm Insurance, by Poppies, by Armstrong, by J. Gill Plumbing and Heating, by the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville, by Fat Chad's Brewery, by New Directions Community Credit Union, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Marsh Home Center, by Ben Leach for Magisterial District Judge, by Edward Jones, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. Big thanks to all our sponsors this fall sports season. It's been a busy week, Adam. What have we done, Adam? We've done a couple soccers this week, volleyball. Yeah. Next week's busy too. We're going to try to slip in a cross-country meet somehow, and also soccer in the same night. So
Steve wanted to do cross-country if he could do it in a golf cart.
Well, I'm certainly not going to run with him, that's for sure.
Do you remember?
No.
Luke, you and I would remember because we're into broadcasting.
Yeah.
Sort of. Jimmy Snyder.
Yeah.
And Bob Buchan and Tim Nelson doing a cross-country meet in a golf cart. And Jim Snyder was trying to talk the whole time, bouncing out the country club, bouncing in the golf cart. Those guys were something else, but I remember that so much, and I laughed and I laughed.
One of my favorite things that I got to do was ride around in a golf cart around town for sidewalk sales, and we would do live broadcasts around town. So that was fun.
That wasn't going over the green, though. That was, and then Mr. Buchan would do the Little League baseball games and talk about the long drive and the shortstop would catch it. And, that was a classic. I'm trying to find the audios of that if anybody has any. We need to put that in our archives down at the studio. So.
Yeah. It was great. Harry Carey, the broadcaster for the Chicago Cubs, and he would do something similar to that. It's a long fly ball, and it's caught by Ryan Sandberg, the second baseman.
Yeah.
You know,
I was not a big Cubs fan, but I would always watch WGN's broadcast of the Cubs and Harry Carey.
Yeah, Harry Carey.
But Ryan Sandberg was one of my favorite, and he just recently passed away.
Yeah.
But he was one of my favorite baseball players.
Yeah, he was a good one. And they had a thing, wanted to know your favorite baseball player. I put down Larry Doby, and somebody said, where did he play? 1946. From Cleveland Indians. I think I'm too old to be doing this. Well, anyway.
Well, at least you didn't say Honus Wagner.
Yeah. Well, I could have said Daisy Campbell.
You could have said Daisy Campbell.
She was a friend of all those groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great. Titusville has been a great place to live, to be raised, and to raise my family. That's a great community. We have a lot of fun. We're talking about the history of Carter Field and all those kinds of things. Just a tremendous amount of history in Titusville if you take time to look at it. And if you get into the sports realm, I wish I could remember some things because I've watched a lot of guys and gals go through Titusville system in sports. And some very, very good ones.
Just because we've done golf, a month ago, I would imagine if Tim McCord saw Snyder or Buchan or somebody driving a golf cart over a green, I could see him
having a fit.
Yeah.
A little bit of a stroke on that one.
Just a little bit, Pat.
Yeah, he'd lose a stroke. It was funny. It's been a lot of fun. All the years, listening to everything and being part of the Titusville community. All right, Titusville's going to receive. We get serious here for a little bit if we can. I think we kind of ruined the evening for a lot of people.
They always have the option to mute the. They can still watch and just mute it. So
I feel like Bob.
If they didn't have that idea, we can certainly suggest it.
I hope they don't do too much. This doesn't go too long because I'm down to about 12 pieces of cookies left. Titusville takes the ball at the 10, out across the 20, back up to the 25, and drives out to about the 27, 28-yard line. And that's where Titusville will put it in play, first down and 10.
I got Titusville here now on offense, just going to try to get something going again. This is what we talked about at half and during the first half here. Let's just get a little bit of rhythm going, get a couple of plays in here. We can pick up 2 to 3 yards, and then hopefully have a third down and manageable to continue the drive. We had one going at the end of the first half. See if we can't start the second half the same way.
First down 10, Titusville at their own 27-yard line. Trips on the right side is a different formation for us. Now they're going to move them to the left side. All three come now. They split out wide. Martin, the quarterback, gives it off to O'Neal. O'Neal across the 30, 35, 40, and knocked out of bounds somewhere on the 40, 42-yard line. That's a nice run.
That was a beautiful play.
Well, it was interesting here because Titusville has obviously found something that they like on the right side. We've run this play, guards are pulling. We're doing a nice job on that side. Apparently, Hickory not wanting to adjust personnel or anything to get over to that side. And again, we talked about it, not out coaching yourselves. If it works, keep running it. Titusville's done that so far tonight.
First down and 10, Titusville. The ball is out at the Rocket 43-yard line. Titusville have 3 to the right side and one, rather stacked 3. Quarterback Martin rolling to the right. Pass is complete. Up around the 45. Oh, tripped up and dropped at the 50 is
Reynolds, I believe. Adam Reynolds.
Adam Reynolds, yes.
Yeah, and Applegarth just, I believe he was the one that came up here, got just enough of him to bring him down, or he's going to pick up some other yards. This is a nice ball by the freshman quarterback. It comes out right on time. And again, we're going to get another 5 yards if he just doesn't trip up on that one hand.
Second down and 3. The ball right at midfield for the Rockets. Again, we put trips on the left side. And now they'll move to the right side as they did previously. Split out wide to the right. Ball goes to O'Neal off the left side, cuts back, breaks one tackle to the 45, the 40, pushed out of bounds, maybe the 42. Some effort there.
Yeah, that's hard running by O'Neal, and this time we come this side, and we do a nice job of kicking out the defensive end. That's a good job there by Campbell coming in. We talked about that. We can roll that back a little bit. This is what we want our guards to do. 55 is Roman, 54 is Campbell, and the first guard out is Roman. Keep going back if you would, if you can, all the way right. Just so we see these guys coming. There it comes. Now here comes Roman. He's the first guard. He's going to kick this defensive end out. Campbell's going to come up. That's the linebacker that you can see. He hits and seals them off, and then O'Neal does a nice job of breaking tackles after that. That's the breakdown of that running play that Titusville does so well.
Got a leg cramp, one of the Hickory players. Titusville have the ball first down and 10 at the Hickory 41.
What I like is that's been 3 plays in a row that Titusville's ran very successfully.
Yes, exactly. They come out fired up.
They came out fired up, moving the ball. You know, it's great seeing that type of enthusiasm and execution when you're down like this walking into the second half.
Titusville now will put 3 again. They stack them on the left side. Culpepper, Reynolds, and Blake. Ross. Now they go to the right side from left to the right. Split out. Freshman Martin, the quarterback, rolling to his right, looking downfield, passes, in and out of the hands of Blake Ross at about the 40-yard line.
We're going to take a look here, and you're going to see Ross. He's going to be the inside slot receiver, number 12 there. He's the inside guy, but I want you to watch, at the same time, watch number 9, Reynolds. That's going to come out quick, but you see, he slipped. But if he pumps to him, you're going to see Reynolds in that mid-range. He's going to be wide open. That's one of the things, if they can get the freshman quarterback to look at the initial one, pump that one, you may find that mid-range receiver open.
It's not just nice to see Hunter Martin out there as a freshman. We're going to be able to watch him for the next few years. Split both sides, double reverse. Oh, nice cut. Brings it up the field across the 35. It's Ross, takes it out to the 29. That time, Steve, you talked about the timing in the first half. That was well timed.
Yeah, this is well timed out here because you can see that handoff. He's right there, almost fumbled it, but there's a good block there. That's the young man that I wanted to point out there, number 68, Coleman Knapp, does a nice job because that's penetration by the defense, and he does a nice job of just taking them right out of the play. They can penetrate, just keep them going the way they're going, and you just cut up inside. That's a nice job here by the offensive line.
We need to cut this post out here. First down and 10 for the Rockets. They're at the 29 of Hickory. They got a formation here that's causing a little bit of problems for Hickory when they make this switch. They move them all to the right now and split them out. Martin gives the ball off to O'Neal. Neal comes across the left side inside the 25, still driving, and brought down at about the 23.
They're having a lot of trouble getting our running backs off their feet right now. And again, we're going to pause this real quick here, just a minute. Keep going. I want to see. I think he's got a shot. He's cutting up right here. Now stop. Look to his right. He's not going to see it, but if you take a look, you've got your one tackle there and your running back. If he sees that to the right and cuts back to his right, he's going to have more running room there. I know that's asking an awful lot when you're in the middle of those bodies.
Yes.
See something on the outside and around maybe a body.
Singles both sides now for Titusville. Martin wanting to throw. Throws over the middle. The pass is complete. Down to about the 3. Check that, down to the 15. Ackerman, I believe it was on the reception. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Steve, my wife will ask me to grab something in the cupboard, and I'll just stare, and it'll be right in front of me, but I won't see it. So.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but yeah. I'm trusting Mr. O'Neal has a tad bit more in the ball than you do, though. That's my take on
not
things.
setting the bar real high.
And I'll correct myself. I think that was Culpepper on the reception. So you have 2 to the right side now for Titusville. First down and 10. Good drive by the Rockets to open up this half. There's a reverse now to Ross. Gets to the outside. He's down to 15, the 10. Then could be knocked out of bounds at the 5, maybe the 4. Good effort by the Rockets.
The last yard that he gained there, you know, he was getting wrestled out of bounds and he spun back around, and that gentleman was lucky that his teammates came in and knocked him out, because he was going to spin back around and take it in.
So it's first down and goal, Titusville, here on the opening drive. Looking across the way for the coaches to call the play. Offense gets it, and they'll line up. 3 to the right side. Now they're coming wide to the left. It takes 3 of the defense from the right side. And Titusville goes the opposite way, and into the end zone is O'Neal, touchdown.
And there, that's what you wanted to see happen. You wanted to see Titusville come out here, take control of it on offense, do a nice job. And again, we're not looking for that 80-yard touchdown run or that 80-yard touchdown. This is what you want to do. You want 5 yards, cloud of dust, make them work on defense. And this is a good finish here and a good job up front. We do a nice job of just, we get into our blocks, we maintain our blocks, and that allows our running backs to run.
Chapman now will be in to attempt the extra point. Chatham. There's the snap placement. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 34-7, Titusville on the board with a very good opening drive here at the second half, and very well played.
That was an excellent start for Titusville to this half.
Well, yeah. I think it's more emotional than anything else at this point for Titusville. As you're trying to build a program that's been having some issues and some troubles and so forth, as you come into it, and as a new coach, you've got to get in these games with teams that normally tend to blow you off the field or mercy rule you. You've got to get some success against these teams so that these kids start believing that, hey, we can play this game, and we can play this game with everybody. And that's more important here for Titusville. Are we going to win this ball game? Well, it's highly unlikely. It's 34-7. They've yet to touch the ball in the second half. Who knows what will happen with them on offense? But at least we got a touchdown, and we did it the right way. We drove the ball down the field.
Yeah, and that's our offense. That's the way we want to play it, and we played it well. And it gives you confidence coming up. We got some tough games coming up yet.
Yes, we do.
They could have chucked it in. They could have just said, well, this one's over. We'll go out and play the last 2 quarters and go home. And they did not do that. Titusville's going to kick off now. They're going to put it at the left hash mark.
Let's see if this kickoff goes a little bit better than the first one.
Titusville's been kicking short this season. Max has the leg to kick deep. We'll see what we're going to do. Looks like they got some hands people up front. Hickory. Now he's going to kick it deep to the left side and it'll go out of bounds. They'll get it at the 35.
Pulled foul down the third base line.
Yeah. By the way, did the Pirates make the playoffs this year?
Just missed it. Half a game back.
Oh, my.
I'm sorry, did I say half a game? Yes. I meant half a season.
Half a season.
Oh, smack me in the head, Steve.
Hey, I give them credit. They're making money. If I'm an owner, that's my goal.
Yeah, if I'm an owner, I want to win.
Well, you know.
And make money.
Yeah, I mean.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
You know, the problem you have with it, if you can actually buy, your payrolls are so outlandishly different in Major League Baseball. It's hard pressed. I'll bet you if you look at the salaries on teams in baseball, the highest paid are in the playoffs again.
Ball spotted at the 45. First and 10, Hickory. Hickory puts a man in motion. The ball is given to the motion man. He rolls to the left side, gets out in field, across the 50, 45. He's at the 40, 30, and brought down at about the 24, 25-yard line of Titusville.
I think it's Hartshorn. No, it's
Culpepper.
Culpepper gets a hand on him and brings them down here. Nice design play here. This is a sweep play. They're just going to get outside of us here. They do a nice job of blocking up front. They kick us out, seal off the inside, and they're off and running.
By the way, I want to make sure people understand that 34-0 when we started this half. Hickory was playing their first defense. Just so you know that our ones beat their ones. Off the right side, Morrison kicks to the left side, and he's going to go in for the touchdown.
Nice blocking downfield there. One of their receivers did a nice job. Not trying to knock anybody off his feet, but he does a nice job of shielding the defender away from the running back for the touchdown.
So Hickory comes right back in 2 plays. Covers 55 yards. Puts them up 40-7 with the extra point coming. They've missed 1 extra point so far this evening. See what they do here. Pretty strong kicker. One of the things I've seen this year, there's a snap, the placement, kick is up and it looks good. One of the things we've seen this year for a lot of the high school teams, Steve, is some pretty good kickers out there.
Yeah, there are some good kickers here. Titusville's Chapman is not a bad kicker. This young man from Hickory has kicks the ball very well. We saw, I saw a kick at Fort LaBeouf watching the tape on Northeast kicker. Both of those kids could kick a ball pretty well. So yeah, there is some big legs in this part of the state.
So it's 41, excuse me. 41-7. As we'll wait now for the Hickory kickoff, and we'll see if Hickory makes some adjustments to Titusville's offense. Again, it's homecoming here at Hickory. It's good. Homecoming presentation for Hickory Hornets. I'm sure the parents and fans enjoyed it. Titusville put Blake Ross down about the 5. Culpepper will be over here on the left hash mark. And as soon as he turns, I'll see who is at the, it's Hartshorn over at the right hash mark. So there's a 3 back deep. Adam Reynolds will be at the 25 in case there's a short kick. And we're set to go. Kicks going down the left side. It's going to be taken by Hartshorn at the 10. Across the 15, 20. Out across the 25. Out across the 30 to about the 32. North and south. And Titus will have a first down and 10. And they're going to spot at their own 31.
But now let's see what our offense can do in the second possession here. And again, we're looking to just kind of grind this out a little bit. Get some first downs, get a drive going here, and hopefully score another touchdown.
And the kicker for Hickory, Darraw is down, sophomore. And I don't know if it's a cramp or watching the ball downfield, didn't see what happened with him as he's trailing the play. So Titus will have a first down and 10 at their own 31 when we get back into play. Well, the question now, Pat, can we put another drive together? It'd be really nice to see us, even if we don't score, get down the field about 30, 40 yards and hopefully get down the field to score.
Again, just seeing that offense come out and put some plays together and, everybody clicking together and getting their timing together in a big game like this, coming out with your heads up like that in the second half, I'd just like to see a few more plays like that. I mean, whether they score or not, get a couple of good plays lined up in a row. I like how Titusville's doing more of the hurry-up offense and just calling the play on the line. They seem to, I don't know, I like that type of offense, and I think they click a little bit better when they're doing that.
Wireless Mike tonight presented by Warner's Bakery and by Cole Oil Johnny's.
Titus will put 2 to the left side. Ball's given to O'Neill. Cuts back up the field, coming to the outside. Get out there. And a nice run. Speed of Hickory caught up to him, but he only picked up a yard or so of that. But that was a tough run.
That is a tough run, and again, one of the things he tried to go a little bit wider than I think he wanted to originally. Needed to try to cut that up a little bit early. If you run east and west on this team, you're not going to get anywhere. They're, like I said, their team speed's probably the best we've seen, definitely the best we've seen this year. So you got at some point, you've got to try to get north and south.
Be second down and 10. No gain in the play. He ran 30 yards and didn't pick up anything. But it was a crazy thing. Trips to the left side. Now we move the 3 to the right. See if we come to the left. No, we're going to roll Warner to the right. Pass downfield, complete to Adam Reynolds, and Adam takes it out midfield. Good pass and run.
We saw this young man play quarterback against Northeast at the last quarter last week, and I'm really impressed with his throwing motion, his decision making. He's not afraid to throw the thing. He has a nice delivery, very deliberate in it. He plants his feet, he lets the thing fly, and he's pretty got good accuracy, particularly for a freshman.
And he's got height. He's a 6-footer, so he sees pretty well. But yeah, he looks older than a freshman.
Well, and he's even so far this game we've seen him. He appears to be a little bit more comfortable in the role now.
Titusville now moves 3 to the left. Martin going to give it to O'Neill. Neal cuts upfield, and we have a flag. Looks like it might be the area of the hold.
Might be a hold, yeah, I'm not too sure. That's generally where it's called. See if we can see.
And we'll wait for the call.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not too sure whether it was him or whether it was Roman.
Yeah, I didn't see
that one.
It will be a penalty against Titusville, 10 yards. Got a Hickory boy down a little bit with cramps. Seemed to be stretching out the leg. Second or third kid, the child's player, athlete, gone down with the cramps.
Well, and it's, it's October, but it's been warm. You get on these warm, drier nights, and if you're not hydrated, it can be an issue.
The ball will be moved back to the Rocket 40-yard line. That's one of the things that I have noticed this year, Pat. The Rockets' conditioning has been pretty good.
Yeah, it started out well in the, that first game. They looked really good, and they've continued it right through. It's nice not seeing anybody go down with the cramps on the Titusville side, and staying up and running. They look fresh out here this second half, and you know, the smiles out there on the field right now, they seem to be pretty happy with themselves.
Well, we'll see what we can do now with 1st and 20. I'm sorry, Pat, did I interrupt?
Nope.
Cavante Miller is the young man from Hickory. He's now up and walking off the field. I think this is the second time they've had to go out there and stretch that leg.
He'll have to come out and sit down for a play. So Titusville now with the holding penalty, he'll have 1st down and 20 at their own 40-yard line. Send Culpepper wide to the right. Have 2 to the left side. Dawson the wing left. Martin going to throw the quick pass left side to Culpepper. If he can break that tackle, he cannot. Up quickly as a defensive back.
That's just basically an extended running play. You're trying to get it out to the wide receiver quickly so he has time and space to catch the ball, turn upfield, and try to pick up some yardage there. And if he'd have broke that tackle, you're right, I think he had another 5-7 yards on that play.
Pick up of a couple. 2nd down, 18. Culpepper and Reynolds come wide to the left. Reynolds in the slot left. Literally getting the sign. This is your sign. On the far side. And Titusville's going to have to take a timeout.
A little late getting that play called in. That quick on the line and not getting it in quite quick enough.
Well, that's one of the things that happens when, and again, I think you're right, Pat. I think they had a nice flow, a nice offensive rhythm going on that first drive, and then here at the start of the second one, but you had a penalty, then you had an injury timeout, and that just kind of breaks that rhythm. So it's important for Titusville here on this 2nd and long to try to get a fairly good-sized play, decent play off of here to try to make it 3rd and manageable to keep the offense on the field, but you want to get things going again as best you can.
So Titusville will come back out with a 2nd down and 18. Ball's at the Titusville 42. Reynolds will go wide right side. Culpepper will come wide to the left for Titusville. Ross is in the wing right. Looking downfield, going to go deep downfield. Pass is complete, and it's taken down to the 30-yard line for the Rockets. Blake Ross on the reception. Nice pass. Nice ball by Martin.
Well, he's under duress here a little bit, too. He's got somebody in his face, and he stands his ground. And Ross does a nice job. He's getting inside. Now, the defender shouldn't really get inside him. I don't know whether that's their corner or their safety was not in position there, but he did a nice job of getting the right position for a receiver and makes the catch for the 1st down.
The ball now is moved down to the 29 of Hickory. Titus will bring 3 wide to the left. Ball's given to Miller, cuts up the middle, and he's going to be brought down, gain of maybe 1, if that. Bring up a 2nd down and 9.
Now watch you're going to watch here. You're going to see Hickory starting to cheat up again. On that particular play, it looked to me like they had 10 guys playing not much more than 5-6 yards off the ball. This is where, if you can give your quarterback time, and this young man has a decent arm, if you can get him to pump and try to get somebody behind their defense, if they bite on that fake, that's the way you're going to get them deep.
Yeah, they've got 9 in the box, or 10 in the box now, so yeah, they're up tight. Doubles left side for Titusville. Here comes the reverse again. It is Ross cutting up the middle. He'll pick up about 3 or 4 in the play, take it down to the 24-yard line. Be 3rd down and 5.
If you're the offensive coordinator for Titusville, you got to figure you've got 2 downs here to pick up these 4 to 5 yards.
Yep.
Ross, the ball carrier, tackled by Luke Lewis.
Hartshorn comes into the game for the Rockets.
Gain is to the 34.
Culpepper to the right. Reynolds in the slot right. Hartshorn. Martin's got a man there. His pass is complete to O'Neal. Oh, he just dropped it. Defense got back in time to knock it out of O'Neal's hands.
Yeah, the ball hung just a little bit on him. You're going to see he's going to get pressure. He's looking to throw now, but he sees the linebacker, so he has to kind of pull it down. Then it hangs just up there, just enough for the linebacker to come back and make a good play defensively. But yeah, if that ball gets thrown where he can set that back foot, that's a completion.
4th down now and about 4. And Titusville's going to take another timeout.
Timeout. Second and a half.
Well, I like this too. You know, the game's 41-7, but the coaches are coaching it like it's 7-0.
Well, this is how your freshman quarterback learns.
Yeah.
And like I say, he's got a good delivery. He's a bigger kid. He's only going to get bigger and stronger. The more he learns in these situations, the better off he's going to be. And, you know, a lot of times coaches are forced, particularly in high school, but even in college, I think, and even in the pros, coaches are forced to make a move, not for this game, but to teach now so that we don't have to teach it later.
Max Chatham's out on the field, so Titusville may be trying the extra point.
They're called the field goal team out. It's going to be interesting when Hickory comes out of the huddle because they don't seem to have responded to it. So it'll be nice to see what the thought is. And I mean, they've had a good rush on punts and anything that Titusville's done. So
this will be a 40-yard attempt by Max Chatham. He has the leg to do this if everything goes well, but so many things have to fall into place on a field goal attempt. We'll see. There's a snap, placement. Kick is up, and it looks good. Right down the middle.
Good.
40-yard field goal for Max Chatham. Titusville gets 3 more. That was a very useful call down the way.
And it was, and the biggest thing there was the snap.
Yes, very good
It was
snap.
back, on target, on a line. You know, that was a good snap there, and that's the first thing that has to go right when you're going to try to kick a football. That snap has to be there in the right place.
Snap, the holder.
The holder has to, you know, just catch it, put it down, and the kicker's on his way through anyway. So, well done. You don't see many 40-yard field goals.
No, you don't. No, and that was well.
You don't, and so we have the official on this side of the field and the chain gang over here talking about it, and that's one of the best kicks they've seen this season. So, you know, says something to Max and the Titusville team there.
Well,
you know, it's nice having 2 scoring drives in the second half.
Well, this ball, like I say, he's at the 30, so it's going to be a 40-yard official field goal. And he's going to make his field goal, and I'll bet you it's good from 45.
I mean, yeah, at least.
Yeah, nice kick, and it's going to come through
it's
about halfway
50.
up there. So it's good 45, 50-yard kick right there. So nice job there by Mr. Chatham.
Well, and again, we're playing for the next game.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. That's one of the things that's so important about this half for Titusville. 2 possessions, 2 scores.
Yep.
And that's going to carry over next week. Whoever we play.
Slippery Rock.
Chatham's kick is going to go out of bounds. You wonder, why does his kick go out of bounds?
We do have to. We are going to have to work on kickoff here just a little bit. Again, pulled just a little bit foul.
Now, I didn't realize until this last one, unless there was a penalty I didn't see, Pat, but I thought when the ball was kicked out of bounds beyond the 30, in other words, between the goal line and the 30, that it come out to the 35. The last time they took it at the 40.
That's where they said the ball went out of bounds. It was at the 40.
Now they're going to step off 10 from the 30 now.
Well, because the ball went out of bounds at the 30.
So
it's penalty where the ball exits the field of play is where they mark it +5.
Correct.
Eat your brownies.
Hey, I got his pen. I'll draw him a map.
There's still brownies left this late in the game.
There's about
Not
10.
many.
Ball's handed off to.
There's a hold.
Running off across the side, and he's across the 40. Let me get a number here. That is Peterson, excuse me. Peterson, Petterson.
You got a watch coming across here, and there's going to be a hold right there on Reynolds. They miss it. Roll that back real quick. Watch Adam Reynolds. He's number 9. He's going to get locked up here right there. That's...
Yeah,
he's going to get held right there, so.
First down and 10 anyway at Titusville 49. Doubles right side. Ball's getting off the tailback, straight up the middle, cuts to the left side, and Roman's up to say hello.
Roman and Reynolds.
And Middleton. Gain of a 2 on the play, second down and 8. Looks like Hickory wants to speed up the offense a bit. 3:26 left to go here in the third quarter. 41-10 Hickory. Wing right, single wide left. Going deep, looking to go deep. Now he throws off to the right side. Ball's caught across the 50 to the 45 and brought out of bounds by Hartshorn.
Hartshorn did a nice job there, too. One of the things, too, you have to give Hickory credit for is their receivers can block. They can block downfield. And Hartshorn does a nice job. He doesn't commit too soon. And there's the tight end really trying to get a block. He does a nice job of hand fighting them off and making a tackle. Myers
was the receiver in that play for Hickory. Hickory this time a 3rd and short. And Titusville jumped. It appears to me as Titusville jumped. So that'll be a first down with 3rd and short.
Offside on the defense. Number 88, 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Middleton, they say, jumped. A bit anxious.
It's a bit anxious. Again, we talked about it at the opening part. One of the things we had to control was penalties.
Done well.
And so far we've done that. I think that might be maybe our 3rd, but 2 of them have been just the 5-yard variety.
Doubles to the left side for Hickory, single right. Ball's given off the first man through. He drives straight ahead, gets down to about the Titusville 28-yard line.
And Reynolds with the tackle there, doing a nice job. Our linebackers have played pretty well tonight. They're trying to, they're flowing pretty well. They're trying to get off of blocks pretty well and make tackles. So Reynolds in particular, for a sophomore, has played pretty well tonight.
Applegarth was the ball carrier for Hickory. They put 2 to the left side this time, 1 to the right. There's the snap. They're looking to throw downfield. Going to go for the end zone. They got a man back there, but he overthrows him. Pretty decent coverage. Hartshorn got beat just a step or 2, but the ball was thrown too long.
Well, we send a backer here, and their offensive line does a nice job of picking them up, so we don't get a whole lot of pressure on them. Quarterback is forced to throw this. Yeah, he's got to step on us, but you got to drop that on right over that shoulder. That's going to be a tough throw.
2 to the right, 1 to the left for the Hornets. 3rd and short. Ball's given a fumble, and he picks it up. He's going to get ahead. He may have the first down, get him up a yard short.
Here, this is where you know things are going well for you. He just kind of drops it, gets a nice little bounce for him. We get some pressure in there. I can't read the number, but a nice job. That'll disrupt things, and it bounces right up into him, and that is for Titusville, Tanner Clifford, 56, doing a nice job of getting penetration.
Doubles right, single left. Now they put man in motion. Going to run the ball straight up the middle, off the right side, and be enough for the first down, brought down to 25-yard line of Titusville, first down and 10 for Hickory. I've been watching this tight end ever since he caught the pass, Dante Evans. They kind of led that play through, 6'3", 220, 230.
Yeah, like we said, these guys, this group of kids here for Hickory, they're sizable, and they're well put together. They aren't just, you know, a rubbery 235, 255 pounds. They're muscled.
Yeah, they must have a very good conditioning program in the off season.
Quarterback keeps up the right side, breaks the tackle at the 5, and into the he's going to be brought down short of the end zone at about the half-yard line, it looks. I thought he was going to get in there on that play. I've been waiting for that play to be run. It's the first time this half they've used it.
Well, and they do a nice job. They get us out of the way and just not ready for it, not looking for it. And we had trouble with quarterbacks taking off on us for some reason. They successfully run the ball against us. We're just not able to bring them down.
First and goal, Hickory at the Titusville 1. We'll see if the quarterback's going to keep it this time. Not a push play or something. Now they handed it off. Oh, he almost fumbled it. Comes into the end zone for the touchdown, Morrison. But almost fumbled that one, too.
Yeah, it's a handoff to Bromley, and it bounces straight up. I don't know whether whether he's forcing that in there a little bit hard or whether it was high and bounced off the chest. But again, bounced up in the air right back to him. And he's going to go in for the touchdown. You can see right here, it's there. Almost pushed through the pocket a little bit, maybe. But I'd like to thank Oil Creek Plastics. They've been our replay sponsors for this year, as they have in the past.
One of the things I liked about that play was Titusville's interior line was on this side of the ball. I mean, they definitely got the push off on that.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 48-10. And that'll put
us into a running clock now. Yeah. So
with 14 seconds left in the third quarter. So it'll be a quick fourth quarter, but that might have been just a bit of a tiring drive.
Well, and
you're playing against these big kids.
I think one of the things is, you're playing against bigger kids. You're starting to wear down maybe a little bit. But it's also, it's not even so much as to whether or not we're wearing down. I think it's a matter of the speed's getting us now.
Yeah.
We just that half a step slower than we were at the beginning of the game. When you're fast, you're fast, and. Their quarterback, I'm not sure, plays both ways. A lot of their kids do play both ways, but they've got the speed, and when you see that opening, they know how to turn it on.
There are things you can do to help your speed, but you just need to have a natural.
You have to have the right fiber, the muscle twitch, fast twitch muscle fibers, and you can do certain things, but it's just really a gift.
Kicker's going to be taken on the left side. It's going to be Culpepper. He's going to go all the way across the right. Oh my goodness sakes!
That's not what you want to do.
Well, I was just saying, oh my goodness sakes, watching that man come from nowhere, right up the middle, not touched, and takes Culpepper down. Yeah, that was east-west instead of north-south.
Yeah, here, I know you can see what he's seeing. I see them too, but going east-west is the worst thing you can do. You just go north and south, get what you can get, and if he'd have done that, we'd have been at the 20, maybe the 22. Instead, you're back around the 14.
So first down and 10, Titusville, with 7 seconds left here in the third quarter, and we won't get this play off, I don't believe. Titusville doesn't have to run it, so the fourth quarter will come up. And the end of 3, it is 48-10. Hickory on top. We'll be back right after this.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is your hometown source for quality equipment and exceptional service. Now an authorized steel dealer, Poppy's is everything from saws and mowers to diggers and more. Planning an event? We've got tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, firewood or propane. Whether you're building, landscaping, or just tackling a weekend project, Poppy has you covered. Stop by Poppy's on the Tionesta Road in Pleasantville or call today and let's get your next project or party started.
And welcome back to the fourth quarter of play. The Rockets trailing 48-10 as we start the fourth quarter here. Hickory High School, homecoming here at Hickory.
That's a nice sound.
Nice to hear all the bands. And
yeah.
Huh? What? Huh?
I was talking to Chuck over here from Friday night, and we were both saying how much fun it is at high school football. He plays the bands at halftime and everything that goes along with a Friday night game. It's just a lot of fun. First down and 10 Titusville. Now they split one each side. Double wing. Quarterback keeps coming up the right side, gets to the outside. And that's Adam Reynolds, and he'll take it out to about the 24. The flag comes in late.
We've got one young man running off. His helmet was taken off. Don't know if that was...
No, the referee didn't see the flag. He said run the clock.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. It's on the back side of the play. That's a hip toss. That's going to bring a flag on Hickory. Don't care if you like being blocked or not. You can't do that.
Well, that's the same thing that happened early in the first half we thought was a flag. Wasn't called. If that's what it is. No, it isn't. It's holding.
Yep.
Same difference.
On defense. And
been a pretty penalty-free game for both teams.
Well, you know, it's been a pretty well-played game. Now, we've only had one unsportsmanlike, and we don't know what happened because there wasn't anything going on. So apparently, a young man accidentally said something to somebody, and the refs picked it up, I guess. But other than that, it's been a pretty clean ball game by both teams, really.
So Titus will pick up the first down. It's taken out to the 33-yard line of Titusville. Singles both sides, double wing again. Goes to O'Neill. Tries to get to the outside, breaks one tackle. He's out across the 35. He's out across the 40, 45. Knocked out of bounds about the 49. Another good run by O'Neill.
And O'Neill has run the ball very well tonight, inside and outside. This is one of the things you like about O'Neill. See that jab step up, that brings them into a better blocking angle for his guys up front. And then he gets outside of them and does a nice job of picking up what he can.
First down and 10, Titusville at their own 48-yard line. Titusville put two to the right. Looking to throw. Going to throw backside. Pass is complete. Out across the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Titusville with a good back pass to Jimmy Becker. Another first down, Titusville.
And this is a nice play here with the freshman at quarterback. You're looking to his right while that play's going on backside to your left. So he does a nice job of picking that up.
First down and 10, Titusville at the 39 of Hickory. Titusville going to bring three to the right side. Ball goes to O'Neill, up the left side, drives straight ahead, inside the 35. Gang tackle by Hickory. Hickory gets to the ball well with a lot of helmets.
Well, and it's a good thing to do. The one knock, if I have a knock against Hickory, the one knock is the first guy there is not getting a good hit and wrap on ball carriers, and they're breaking tackles. We've broken 4 or 5 tackles tonight. You get somebody, a back like they have too, that can take that first hit, shuck you off, and get going real quick. You're in trouble because right now they're just getting to O'Neill before he can get going again. But they have a little bit of issue maybe with some tackling. They team tackle well. It's the initial tackle I think they have trouble with.
Titus will go two to the right. Got a wing left. The snap. Ball goes to O'Neill. Almost dropped it. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Well, I think they were, I think he was supposed to hand that off. I think that was that counter play, I think.
I didn't see anybody coming this way.
I didn't either. I think
the
take a look here real quick. Oh, right there he is, and he just didn't give it to him. He was coming across, but it timing off a little bit there. He got there pretty quick. Probably a good decision by O'Neal not to try to hand that ball off, but just to hold on to it and get what he can get.
Yeah, had a big party right there in the middle of the line. Both gold and black helmets. Third down and about 7. Reynolds in motion to the right. Short pass is intercepted.
Didn't see it.
Didn't see the man there. And credit to Hunter Martin. He catches up, knocks him out of bounds at the 30-yard line, but a pick 6.
Well, he didn't see it. Yeah,
almost there.
The quarterback, freshman quarterback, he saw it earlier in this half, but this time he just didn't look, and the linebacker baits the throw. He does a nice job. He just kind of shuffles out to the side just a little bit, and Martin didn't see him, threw the ball, and it's an easy pick. But a nice job. He hustles back, makes the stop, stopping the pick 6, but just a freshman mistake.
So Hickory has the ball, first down and 10. They'll be at the Rocket 33-yard line. 7:25 left in the ball game. Waiting for Hickory offense to come out on the field. And we'll see what Hickory wants to do here. Looks like they're bringing in some fresh shirts. Number 15, I believe, will be at quarterback. Can't see his number from here. Got a man in motion. Gets it off to the motion man coming across the left side. Cuts upfield to 30, the 25. And he's knocked out of bounds. That's Ethan Tyson. 159-pounder.
Actually, I think it was Tyler Wilcox. We got 13 coming across this way. Let's see if we can see the number 13? A little clearer. Again, does a nice job. Reynolds here just about gets there, just not quite enough to bring him down. Yeah, 13.
Let's go,
and again, they get to the outside. They're starting to get the outside, and I think we've slowed probably just a little bit as this game has gone on.
There's a hold on that play. I didn't see the flag, but there's a hold on Hickory. That'll move it back. Beck Judge called it.
Did not see it.
He'll bring up a first down and 9. Hickory 2 to the right. Ball's given off the tailback, coming across the left side. Gets knocked down inside the 30, about the 28-yard line.
I believe Blake Ross gets a hand in there to bring him down.
We got Tamarian Coleman at quarterback. He's listed as a tight end linebacker. 6'2", 260. The big boy. Running at quarterback. Doubles to the right for Hickory. Single left. Second down about 6. Giving off to the tailback. Cuts to the outside, upfield. And the flag down once again.
That one's coming back.
Yeah, that's a hold also.
Yeah, they're gonna catch the right tackle as he tackles Coleman or Campbell. You see it real quick right to 58 as he tries to does a nice job of getting his hands up. That's Campbell, 54. Does a nice job of seeing where the running back's going, and you just can't quite hold on to the jersey that way. They're going to call that, or should call that, every time.
So that'll cost them 10 yards. That'll move it back to the Titusville 37. 38-yard line, it looks like they're spotting it.
And again, we should point out, it looks like the front 5 in particular, if not all of them now, are
number 2s.
The 2s. for Hickory, so there's a little bit of nerves here for them.
Double to the right, single left for Hickory. Quarterback gives it off the tailback, coming across the left side. And Vroman is there first, and O'Neill comes in. No gain in the play.
O'Neill, Reynolds, Vroman, all three of them there. And you know, the nicest thing you can say about that is all three of those young men are underclassmen. They're going to be back next year. So, again, one of the things we've said all year is Titusville is a fairly young team. And they've got a lot of kids coming back. So
I've been thinking all along O'Neill's a senior.
No,
he's a junior.
He's a junior.
Yeah, we got some kids coming back. This is a good season to build with.
It is.
Doubles to the right, single left for Hickory. Third down play, 3rd and 14. Coleman wants to throw, left-handed thrower, and it is almost picked off. That's a good read by Seth
Sawyer
Wolfkill.
Yeah, he's going to wish he had this back. Does a nice job, and this is a young quarterback. This is a sophomore quarterback, so he's looking that way all the way. Receiver gets a good break on it, gets behind the corner, but Wolfkill does a nice job of reading the eyes and gets there in time to break it up. Kind of wishes he had caught that ball, I'm sure.
Sawyer has filled in well as safety tonight.
Yeah, he's done a very good job tonight filling in. Again, that's Brody Sellon, quarterback and safety that is normally there that we don't have available tonight.
Double left, double right for Hickory. 4th down play. Coleman looking to throw down deep, and now he's going to run the ball, pulls it down the left side, and he throws it up short, incomplete, flag down. If that's against Hickory, Titusville obviously will decline the penalty. 4th down play.
Holding on the offense. Penalties decline.
So Titusville will take over and downs. 1st down and 10 with 4:19 left to go in the ball game.
We'll see what happens with Titusville here, what they decide to do on offense. Do we see some fresh numbers coming in? Do we keep our first team out there to try to get another score? Not sure what I would do if I'm Coach Reynolds, to be honest with you, whether I want to put my twos in there and let them play out the last 4:19 of this game. But yeah, I mean, we talked about it. What we wanted to see primarily out of this game was Titusville try to be competitive, keep their heads in the game, and I think they checked both those boxes tonight.
Yeah, I do too. They've
definitely.
Yeah, they've done a very good job of keeping them mentally in the game, and I thought execution's been good. So. Yeah, it's been a good effort by the Rockets in spite of the score.
Well, and you know, we ran out of time there in the first half. We had a drive going there late in the first half, ran out of time, kind of stalled out, didn't get points out of that, but we came right out at halftime, got a touchdown. The next possession, it stalled, but we got a good 40-yard field goal by Mr. Chatham, and I don't know what Titusville's record is for field goals, but 40 yards got to rank up for probably the top 3, I would think.
Yeah, I remember. Just trying to remember.
I'm not talking about the modern era.
Wow. That was quick to come in.
Oh, mercy.
I was waiting for it to say 1942.
So I couldn't say anything about Heisman when I saw him. Jeez. And if I didn't have to ride home with him, Pat, I'd have something to say as his father, but I'll not do that.
Well, you're still responsible.
No, that's his mother coming out in him.
Oh, ooh.
O'Neill with the ball up the middle. He'll pick up about 8. And she's not listening, so I'm safe.
Well, those are those little things that come back. Somebody mentions to her that is listening, and
yeah.
Hey, listen, Pat, they've been married for what, 55, 60 years. She's heard it all by now. Nothing's going to surprise her.
That doesn't mean he's still not going to pay for it. You know, forgiven for it, but pay for it.
She's given up on that.
Just sit there, Luke. Don't defend me. It's okay.
I was the sucker that said we're doing the Bodemer Thanksgiving Christmas special next month, live from your house. See?
65 years.
You got one
to be
viewer.
Exact.
65 years, that's right.
in the 6th. Culpepper wide left, and Mr. Reynolds, Coach Reynolds, who's going to take a timeout because of the clock.
I think is that the last one?
Yeah.
Yep. So
3:55 left to go. Titusville with the ball.
You know, looking at this second half, coming out and, you know, going down, scoring on the opening 2 drives of this half and having a score this half of 14-10, I mean, it really shows something of the character of these kids. So they've really impressed me in the second half, coming out with their heads up.
Yeah, we mentioned it come out, and you mentioned, I think, Pat, come out 0-0 mentally, and we played them very well in the second half. And let's be honest, Hickory's only played their 2s here the last couple 3 minutes, so we've scored our 10 against their 1s.
Yes.
And that's important.
I think if you're another team looking at Titusville, you're going to be wondering, you know, what happened, because they really came out as a different team in the second half.
Well, they may look at the score and say, well, Titusville's not playing hard, so, you know, 38-point difference.
Wireless Mike presented by Warner's Bakery and Cole Oil Johnny's.
Martin, quarterback, takes it around the left side. He picks up enough for the first down.
Flag in play.
I'm willing to bet that one is a hold or a block in the back, the way where he come in from. The thing about it, though, that if you're looking at films and you see Titusville's films now, is you know, you're going back to your team and say, hey, listen, yeah, I know they're 1-5, they're 1-6, but if you guys go in there and are lackadaisical, the first thing they're going to do is knock your head off your shoulders. The second thing they'll do is they will beat you.
Yeah.
This team is they're just lacking a few things here and there that they just don't have, but are developing.
And this might be the best game we played this year.
It very well could be.
Overall game.
And you know, it's all. What do you mean? It's a 38-point difference. Yeah, it is. But the little things, the intangible things that you don't see on a scoreboard or even on a stat sheet, have been there tonight all night, and that's the first time I think we can say that.
Well, when you come down to football game itself, there's just the ins and outs of football. The difference tonight is speed.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, the Rockets have played very, very well, skill-wise and so on. But we don't have the speed to cope with Hickory. So they have a player down at Hickory, ball player down, and he's fortunately back up. He'll be coming off on his own a little bit.
And I believe Hickory's going to be reviewing some films, and they're going to have some discussions with their kids about, you know, not that they didn't play a good game. I mean, they definitely, you know, the first half they showed a lot of character out there on the field and did a lot of execution. They did not do so much in the second half, and you know, especially defensively in the second half, they've not performed well. I think they're going to need to make a few adjustments from that.
3:04 left to go in the game.
Titusville with the ball, second down and about 7. On the snap, Martin dropping back, going to try to go deep. He's got a man back there, and it is Culpepper and interference.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. I got to be honest with you there.
Yeah.
Normally, I agree with the men in stripes, but I'm going to have to question that one there.
That hurt my heart.
Yeah, I know.
You've never agreed with a referee in your life.
Is this the same, Steve?
Let's watch this again. I think there's just there's an equal amount of hand fighting here, to be honest with you. I don't think you can throw that one. I'll be honest with you. I think that was well played by the secondary.
You're a traitor.
Was he abducted or something up there? That just doesn't sound right.
I don't see it. I don't see a grab there. I don't see anything there to throw the flag.
Good call, official.
I know I'm fired, but.
You know what? Why don't you take week 10 off? Yes.
Nope, there's a pick. No, he dropped it.
That's another cardinal rule that the young freshmen will learn, that if you're rolling out, do not throw that thing back across your body into the middle.
I'll tell you what, he has played very well tonight.
Yes, he has. I'm very impressed with this young man, Hunter Martin. And this is just a ball that's just a tad bit high. And unfortunately, when you throw that thing across the middle and it's a little bit high and it gets tipped, it's usually picked. And that time there probably should have been. They had a shot at picking that one off, but Titusville will live to fight another day.
Culpepper go wide left. See where the rest of us line up. We got a slot left, probably Reynolds. In motion is Ross. Martin rolling to his right. Going to keep it, pull it down. Going to go across the 40 to the 38. Pick up about 5 or 6 yards.
Well, you know, the thing there on this play here is it doesn't look like much. It won't, show much on the stat sheet. But this is a good read by a young quarterback. He sees that opening real quick, doesn't see what he wanted downfield, looked real quick, saw it, the opening, and took it. No indecision. When he decided to run, he just took off and ran.
3rd and 3 for Titusville. We'll bring 3 to the right side. Culpepper, Reynolds, and Ross. Martin to throw, looking downfield. Pump fake. He's going to pull it down and cut to the outside. He'll get the first down, I think. He had a man deep, but he didn't see Reynolds. He's by himself. The safety lost track of Reynolds, I think.
It's going to be a little shy.
Not going to be able to see. Reynolds is there in the middle. Yeah, you can see him break loose. He's out of the screen now. He was free unless they had a deep safety. I'm not sure that they did, but
4th down and yard for Titusville. Titusville put 3 to the right side, and Martin will keep it up the middle, and he'll pick up about 5. Up for a first down at the Hickory 29 with 30 seconds left in the ball game. Titusville to spot it. Let's get it going again, and they're going to spike it. 21 seconds to go. And
actually, I'm not too sure. Again. The clock's running.
Well,
you can't spike it because it's a continuous clock. So you can't spike it to stop it. Normally that's a good play, but you're not going to do it here.
Quick out to O'Neill, and O'Neill's going to go to the outside and drive forward inside the 20, but he's not going to be able to keep the game going. The game's going to end. The final score, 48-10, Hickory on top. We'll have a wrap-up right after this. Stay with us.
For over 30 years, J. Gill Plumbing and Heating has taken pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. Our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. And with the J. Gill Service membership, you can take advantage of additional benefits like filter replacements and priority service scheduling. Plus, members get 10% off future projects. Call today to get a free estimate or ask about financing options. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online at jgillplumbingheating.com.
Are you tired of juggling multiple pill bottles? Titusville Express Pharmacy has your solution, now offering compliance packaging. Your medication sorted and sealed by dose, making it easier than ever to stay on track. In a hurry? Take advantage of our convenient drive-through service. We also offer free local delivery for those that qualify. Titusville Express Pharmacy, where convenience meets care. Visit us today at 401 West Spring Street in Titusville. Simplify your medication routine with Titusville Express Pharmacy.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Whether you want to go and lead in your craft in the trades, whether you want to go and be that nurse or medical worker and have a real impact on lives, or whether you want to go and help that business improve its bottom line, this is the place. And now is your time to go with confidence, to go with skill, to go succeed. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville.
Fat Chad's is Titusville's premier dining destination. Come hungry and enjoy these menu favorites: T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Dive into fresh pasta entrees like shrimp and scallop pasta, or our signature Asiago chicken. And don't miss our famous burgers and fish sandwiches, all served with fresh cut fries. Fridays mean prime rib specials. Enjoy wild game Saturdays. And on Sundays, it's our all-you-can-eat wing buffet. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
And welcome to the Corky's Pizza Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville post-game show from Hickory High School. The final here, the Hornets over the Titusville Rockets, 48-10, and a good game. Guys, real quick thoughts, and then we'll take our last break and come back and get the interview with the coach.
Pat?
What a second half. I mean, Titusville played a complete second half. I mean, they came out, they didn't have any of the stupid penalties the whole game, but that second half they really showed what they're made of, coming out, being down like that, and playing a complete half. I'm really impressed with that.
Steve?
I'm happy with how they played. We were talking on commercial. I think this might have been, you're right, I think this might have been one of their best games so far this year. They don't win it. They get blown out 48-10. But I was really impressed with how they performed. They knew what they were supposed to do, and they did it to the best that they could do it. And let's face it, this team here, Hickory, is just a better team.
And they are, and they're going to probably head for, if not win, District 10. But at the same time, I think you're right. Titusville played a very outstanding game. Credit to all of them and to the coaching staff getting them ready. This is a game, if you're going to quit, this has been the one you've done.
Yeah.
It was a great game. We'll come back and continue talking about it. Corky's Pizza, Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville post-game show rolls on tonight.
New Directions Community Credit Union is now open in Titusville. They may be new to our community, but they've been serving our region since 1974, providing their members with affordable products and services. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, volunteers, attends school, regularly conducts business, or who owns a business in Venango, Forest, Warren, or Crawford counties. Visit their new location at 206 South Martin Street in Titusville to learn more about becoming a member. Best of luck to all the students and athletes this fall from New Directions Community Credit Union.
I'm Ben Leach, 2008 Titusville Rocket graduate and Republican nominee for Magisterial District Judge, reminding you to get out and vote Tuesday, November 4th. As a strong leader on and off the field, I've carried the discipline I learned in my youth into the workplace and throughout my career in the justice system. It is my mission to uphold the integrity of the office and to be fair, impartial, and firm in my decision-making on the bench as your next Magisterial District Judge.
Go Rockets! Go Daddy!
I'm Ben Leach, and I approve this message.
Our new home.
Somebody pinch me. Somebody say pinch? Pinch, pinch. Pinch time.
We mean we just bought this.
Yeah, we just bought a new house. Why are there crabs?
You don't call for pinches?
Call for protection.
Hit it.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your State Farm agent is ready to help you choose the right coverage for your new house and your car.
All right, which way to the sea?
We're in Ohio.
So is that close, or?
No.
You got a pool?
No.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. Unlike Zoom from Armstrong, 5G home internet is delivered by a cell tower. The further away you are, or the more devices connected to that tower, the slower your internet is. Cell phone providers also play favorites. When their networks get busy, calling and texting wins, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it, not whenever they want. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Yeah, welcome back to the Corky's Pizza Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville post-game show. Here from Hickory, it's...
Pat, I just want you to know there's a couple brownies left for you.
Thanks. The crumbs that you picked up off, or the ones that dropped on the floor, I assume.
Well, don't worry about that.
Hey,
I just have them for you.
We're going to do this.
It's now time for the Corky's Player of the Game.
And we have chosen as a player of the game tonight, Mr. Adam Reynolds. Played very well both sides, especially defensively. And young sophomore, we're going to see him a couple more years. So congratulations to Adam.
Down to you, Pat.
All right, Coach, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, so we know we came in against a top-ranked opponent. We've got guys in here that are going to be playing on Saturday afternoon, and our kids understood the challenge in front of them. And this was one of those games where you walk away looking at what the scoreboard says, but it doesn't indicate the effort and what the team did on the field. And I'm so proud of them today for their composure, how they held things together. I mean, when you look at what happened during the game, the physicality that we played with, their guys laying down, coming off the field, and our guys just continue to grind. Very proud of that. That punt team was phenomenal getting that ball out of there. And really, as a coaching staff, we came in, we said, this is going to be a night we're going to teach. We're going to teach and build, help these kids understand how the game of football is played and where we can grow and get better. And we taught throughout the game. We ran some concepts tonight with a freshman quarterback in there that we hadn't run, and he did a great job. Kids supported him in that role because we had a lot of new faces in different places. I don't know if you know it or not, but our holder for that field goal was brand new. He started 2 days ago. So there's just a lot of little things that my hat's off to the guys. I got to call out Coleman Knapp. He gave the pregame speech, the senior talk, where he shared words of encouragement with the team. And I really felt like he set the tone for the rest of the game. I mean, you know, we made mistakes, but once again, you know, we have a Division I returner on that first play that can squeak through a 12-inch crack down the sideline. You know, that's a different level of talent that you don't see every day, and you appreciate it, but you know what? He didn't do it again after that. And that's hats off to the kids for fighting and battling all night long.
It was an impressive second half. The whole game, I thought you guys did really well, and hats off to you guys. You guys came out and played an excellent game, Coach.
Thank you.
Very proud of you and your team.
Yeah,
so,
it's all on those kids. They fight relentlessly.
Nice job. Look forward to next week.
Okay,
Senior
Pat.
night next week.
Oh, yeah.
Again, the player of the game, Corky's player of the game is Adam Reynolds. And good ball game. 48-10. Titusville was down to defeat, but played very well. And you'll be talking about this one for next week and setting things up for the rest of the season, maybe.
I think it was their best game this season.
I do, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of the thing I thought was best about it is they played more as a unit tonight than we had seen before. Now, we had, like we were talking when we were discussing player of the game, I thought Jaden O'Neal ran exceptionally hard tonight, probably the best running we've seen out of him. And if you can run on get 100 yards against this defense, your team, your offensive unit is playing well as a unit. And I don't know if he had 100 yards or not, but he's got to be close if he didn't get the 100 mark.
Oh, he played very
tonight.
well.
So I thought he ran very well. Our guards played well. Our front five played very well. And Coach Reynolds is right. If your kids are popping up off the ground and the other kids are having trouble getting up, you're winning battles. So, yeah, I think it was probably one of their best tonight.
Well, the final score once again here at Hickory, 48-10. Hickory on top of our Titusville Rockets, but a very well played game by the Rockets. And if you don't believe us, go back and look at it again. Just turn the volume off, and you'll enjoy the game a lot more. Yeah. Congratulations to the Rockets. We're glad to have this one in the books. And next week, we'll be at Slippery Rock. And
we'll be home.
At home at Slippery Rock. Yeah. And at home at Slippery Rock.
At home at Slippery. Well, at home with the Rockets?
The Rockets will be at home next week.
Both of them?
Yes.
You figure that out.
We'll be at the Rockets next weekend.
For senior night.
For senior night. Against the Rockets, Pat?
Against the Rockets. We can celebrate the Rockets and the Rockets.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Big thanks to all the folks here at Hickory. They're for just letting us be here. Thank you. Terry, thank you so much, man. Awesome.
If they paid any attention to this broadcast, they may not let us back in.
It's amazing Luke's allowed in anywhere.
On that note, hey, Pat, good to have you with us. Steve, Jim, our camera operators, Adam Bodemer, and Mr. Brody Wolfkill. I'm Luke Rio. Our coverage of Rocket football this season made possible by these sponsors. By Oil Creek Plastics. By Titusville Area Hospital. By Interstate Pipe and Supply. Boy, a brownie sounds good right now. State Farm Insurance. Oh, Jim ate them all. That's what happened. By Poppies. By Armstrong. By J. Gill Plumbing and Heating. By the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville. By Fat Chad's Brewery. By New Directions Community Credit Union. By the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home. By Marsh Home Center. By Ben Leach for Magisterial District Judge. By Edward Jones. By Larry's Auto Service. By Corky's Pizza. and by the Titusville Beverage. Thanks for being with us here tonight. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for watching Stream Sports' presentation of Titusville Rockets Sports on Stream TV.